much time with you, I took the pain, knew that it was wrong to stay. So I told myself I'd walk away. I think I'm ready now, ready now, ready now. And I'm so over you dragging me down. Just wanna let it out, let it out, let it out. Feel so free, gonna shout it out loud. Without you I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. Without you I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. I will shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you, I am fearless. I am fearless. I am fearless. I will shatter the silence. I am fearless. It's like a battle every day. Fighting as we watch our feelings fade. You always made it my mistake. Promise myself I'm not to blame. I think I'm ready now, ready now, ready now. And I'm so over you dragging me down. Just wanna let it out, let it out, let it out. Feel so free, gonna shout it out loud. Without you I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. Without you I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. Oh, I'm telling you I am fearless. So limitless, limitless. I am fearless. I am ready now. I am fearless. I will shatter the silence. I am fearless.
Take a chance, in a trance, painted red, what a romance. Take a chance, one glance, paint it blue, end up with a rain dance. Just a bit stronger, an honor and a monster. Yeah, I gotta say I want this longer. Can't find this anywhere, constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Won't find us anywhere, constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Can't find this anywhere, anywhere. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere, anywhere. How I've always wondered. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere. How I've always wondered.
Gaming Morning Show.
Ah, the sounds of morning.
Early in the morning,
Birds singing.
gotta feed the donkey.
The sun peeking above the
When you
horizon.
feed the donkey,
The gentle nudge from your morning alarm clock.
this is what he says.
A subtle reminder that today is a new day. A new day for you to watch Gaming Morning Show. The show where you'll find science lessons.
Says, when I bake bread, I give thousands of yeast organisms false hope by feeding them sugar before ruthlessly cooking them to death in an oven and eating their corpses. Wow.
I thought you
think
were
about bread a whole new way.
I thought you were about to say orgasms for a second there. Did either of you ever have that happen when you were in like biology class and you're reading
Have
the
an orgasm?
text?
I've never orgasmed during
The biology text doesn't
Never.
do that for you? It's like, oh yeah.
Great deals.
computers and accessories
Wait,
special bundle.
Mike, they got the super chroma color in. Did you know they had that? You
I know.
overpaid for your computer.
By a lot. I wonder if, do you think they price match?
They might. Well, this is half off.
Can you take a screenshot of this and try to get a store price match?
And linguistic perfection.
Is that like when I roll my R's?
Good.
Romance.
Great.
Romance. See, everyone.
It's
not a hiss.
So let me hear your battle cry.
Kiki. Oh!
Kiki what?
As we all charge into Gaming Morning Show.
More like Kiki. Whoa, am I right?
Now, if only I could find a way out of this box. I'll catch up. 'Cause GMS starts right now.
Morning, gamer. It's Gaming Morning Show. It's a new week. It is Monday, November 8th, 2021. We're off to a new adventure with you, Chad. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Look, it's Mike O, bottom left, Sports.Gaming in the top left. I am Hefty Goof. You can find us on Twitter at WatchGMS and other places as well. A fun, action-packed show available for you today. We have been rehearsing since... Okay, we didn't rehearse, but we've been preparing for like 20 minutes. 20 whole minutes. Collectively.
Checks out.
Give or take. Yeah. Close. If you incorporate daylight savings time into that, though, we've been preparing for a long time.
I think I had like 6, maybe. 6 minutes.
A total of 6 minutes from Mike O. Sean?
Yeah.
8.5.
Okay. All right, 8.5. That's not bad. Think about it. You know? What were we doing 10 minutes ago? Yeah. Well, we were preparing for the show in between then and now. So. What is that?
It's a shaped smoothie.
Oh. I was
I'm
gonna say,
doing a cleanse.
it looked like something from Sonic or something like that. It's like, you eating ice cream right in the morning? It's not bad. Ooh, yummy. Look at that cleansiness.
It's very, very pungent.
Oh, speaking of which, it's part of our topic of the day. It's coming up. Send me a little bit more, Mike, if you can. K-Laugh is here this morning.
No.
Pickle Feet's taking a sick day. Kid is sick. I hope your kid feels better as best as they can. Scott Chick is here this morning. I am JF Down, still here at 12:40 p.m. UK time, just to, you know, stick it to the whole daylight savings time thing. Downs is scared.
To stick it to it?
Yeah, it's like, hey, I don't care if you're going to make me have different time zones, different variations of said time zones. I'm going to show up when I want to. Stuck
That's
it to
fair.
the man. Yeah. Saying, I think. Kiki Lowe was here 50 after 5 o'clock and 43 after 5 o'clock. KJ had checked in.
First!
So, there you go. Not bad.
Nice.
Weekend was amazing. All right. So, sports are so wonderful and amazing and great. Winning football games that you're not supposed to win and doing so handily, and then winning races that maybe you were supposed to win on the track. I don't know. I didn't watch it very well. Sean can tell me, but I know Max Verstappen won, so let's go!
That's not over yet.
No.
Sorry, we'll say it in terms that you understand. Yuki also won again yesterday.
Oh, whew. Good job,
Yeah.
Yuki.
He did not crash out in the first 2 corners of the race. That did not happen.
Great job, Yuki. You won.
He was not seen helping the crew pack things up because he had so much time to kill during the race because he crashed out in the first lap.
Is he gonna
That
be
did not
like
happen.
kicked off the whatever team?
I think he has a ride for next year.
It's Formula
Sweet.
1 Island. You have to vote at the very end. It's like, you get to stay. You have to leave. Was Yuki the one? I did see this on the very first lap. I saw that there was a car that had 2 other cars like pop up in the air because they ran over the tires of the other car. They just, well, like on each side of the car, it was like boop, like gazelles next to the car.
No, I don't think he was involved in that
Okay.
part. He got like spun out and went sideways over a curb, and that didn't end well.
Hey, don't worry. Mike will relive all this. Mike will give us the play-by-play, if you will, at 7:50 a.m. Pacific time when we do sports today.
Sure.
Mike's thrilled. We got a whole bunch of days of the day today. We also have a Bear Watch coming up because Bear Watch 2020. That's on the way. Bald Eagles, Tangled, and Minnesota. Oof. What a fun thing that was, maybe. I don't know.
Minnesota.
And then also Moose crashing through windows in Saskatchewan.
On the loose in the hoose.
We'll play the Moose book, the 7 o'clock hour. As one does.
Well, as they say.
It's World Orphans Day. It is World Quality Day. It is X-Ray Day. Do you remember that sound that it would make when you went to the dentist to get your X-rays?
Yeah, it's terrible. Well, for me, it was when I went to the hospital to get X-rays because we were preferred customers. Yeah, I don't like the noise.
It's like a.
But then it does the whole honk, and you're like, oh god,
Yes.
is this gonna fall on me?
It's Harvey Wallbanger Day, which I think is a beverage, right? Yeah.
Or it's a good time, one of the two.
Cappuccino Day, which is a beverage.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then it's National STEM/Steam Day. Did they add an extra letter to the STEAM?
They
acronym?
added an
Or STEM?
A. I don't
Okay.
know. I think it stands for airplanes
So it's science,
or asparagus, maybe.
technology, engineering, and math.
Yeah, and airplanes and asparagus. Yeah.
Speaking of pungent food. National Dunce Day. National Dunce Day. International Tongue Twister Day.
Or Ryan just tries to read things
Just
sometimes.
speaking. Yeah, fair. I'm surprised that whoever founded International Tongue Twister Day didn't add an extra couple of T's to make it more difficult.
International Tantalizing Tonsillitis Tongue Twister Day.
Time. World Kindness
of
Week.
the month.
Global Entrepreneurship Week. And then, of course, there's our day of the day. Our topic this morning is, hey, it's Cook Something Bold and Pungent Day. So we're asking you, what's the most pungent food you've ever had? Pungent, having a sharply strong taste or smell. It's a pungent odor.
I know that when someone says, "Hey, you should eat this pungent thing," I'm usually all about it.
You want to come over for dinner tonight? Well, I don't know. You making something pungent?
What's funny though is if you think about it, pungent has a really bad connotation to it, because when you think of pungent, you're like, "Oh, that's gross," but it just means a strong odor. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean a bad strong odor. Right?
Yeah, it says sharply strong taste or smell, but it could be a delicious smell. It could be the
Yeah,
most
absolutely.
wonderful smell you've ever smelled before. Good morning, Danny.
My favorite pungent food was when I was in college down in California, In Beverly Hills, there's a restaurant called The Stinking Rose, and it is subtitled The Garlic Restaurant. And anything and everything you order at that place just has cloves and cloves and cloves of garlic involved. When they bring you your bread before dinner, they also bring you a little bowl of roasted garlic that you just scoop off garlic and smash it onto your bread and just eat the garlic. It's delicious.
Roasted garlic can be very pungent.
Very pungent.
I had a mod. Have you ever been to Mod Pizza?
Mm-hmm.
It's delicious.
I've heard of it.
You like throw everything that you want onto a pizza for like $9. It's great.
That's cool because all I like is sausage.
You could have as much sausage as you want, Mike. All the sausage
It's not gonna
you can eat.
get taken completely out of context.
Yep.
Top of the moron.
Pickle says the Subway of pizzas. It's better than that. But anyway, I had a whole bunch of roasted garlic, and it was almost too much pungentness because my car smelled like roasted garlic for like the next 24 hours. Subway always makes my car smell. It's very pungent.
It's the fresh bread.
Could be the onions.
Or that too.
Yeah. Scott Chick said, I don't know what my break mate is having for lunch, but they appear to have got the memo that it is cooked something bold and pungent day. You gotta ask him.
What's for breakfast?
Although it's lunch. But
I think it'd be
you should ask, at least. I don't know. Garlic's really pungent. Only thing that I can think about this whole time that I asked this question, what's the most pungent food you've ever had, is asparagus. Not because of what it smells like on the way in.
the later parts.
I cannot stand asparagus smell. The reminder for 12 hours that you had asparagus the night before. Ugh.
Meh.
So gross.
It's pretty good.
We shouldn't ignore that Pickle did say, I'm going to cook a human butt.
Yeah, I think it's because it's his anniversary weekend.
Which
I
one?
don't know.
Is it the first?
So what?
Is it the first anniversary?
I don't know.
Because what's
Pickle.
the human butt anniversary? Because maybe the first was paper.
It's his 8th anniversary, so that's probably the human butt anniversary.
Whole human butt anniversary.
Yeah.
It is 8 years married. Look at that. Mike's on it.
I know
Mike-
my friends.
Mike's also watching you right now.
Yeah, I'm in your house, just so you know. I'm broadcasting from your bathroom closet that you probably didn't know that you had. 'Cause I sealed it, sucker.
Pickle has been wondering what that pungent odor was coming from the closet in the bathroom.
Just Diego and I in here, no big deal. Whoops.
Well, congratulations. 8 years married, 14 years together. Pickle, I hope your day is magical.
It's 30 some odd years. Which isn't even accurate anyway.
A lot of rounding up there.
Carry the one, carry the one, carry the one.
Oh, wait, it was
One.
yesterday? Well, then never mind, Pickle. I hope you have an awful
Never mind.
day. Jeez. Trying to wish people happy anniversaries and get told that it was yesterday. Jeez.
Well, he gets a day off because his kid's sick, so.
Pickle said, no, it's just a stupid Monday. Wow. Not a big
But
fan
you're
of
off, so
Mondays.
shush. You
Jeez.
should go roleplay all day, Pickle. I can't because I have an all-day conference today starting at 10. 10 to 4, all virtual. So it's going to be really hard to not just do other things.
It's only like 6 hours, right?
Yeah.
Not all day.
I mean, it's the whole work day. It's from 10 to 4. Like,
Dandy said, that's not how math works, Mike. You sure?
it can be. Have you seen like the new way we do math? I think it's just you make it up as you go. You're like, yeah, however you want to figure out the answer, you just do it. You want to use sticks or like squares or whatever. It's great.
Come with me and you'll see how to do math with pure imagination. I like math better that way. Because I wasn't very
What's
good
the
at real
answer?
math.
I don't know.
I can give you an answer. It's going to be really fun. You ready? Good morning to you, Brendan.
Top of the moron.
Hey, it's Brendan _ TTV is here as well this morning.
Come with me, and you'll see a world of pure mathematics.
I feel like Pickle is giving us like a perfect meme opportunity where it's like, yesterday was my anniversary, but today is just a stupid Monday.
Yesterday was my anniversary, and all I got was a stupid Monday.
Did you at least have a good anniversary day?
Probably. Last time I looked out the closet here, they were building Eiffel Tower together out of matchsticks. Because that's what you do on your anniversary.
On the 8th, at
Arts and
least.
crafts.
On the 8th, arts and crafts. Arts and farts and crafts.
Pickle says they went to taste bourbons and then went to tapas and then out for dessert.
Hey guys, what's a tapas?
I also went out for desert.
I knew what you I knew what you meant, Pickle.
Diego, did you go out with them? No, that's crazy. They show you the Sahara Desert?
Tapas is like really small sample size, like a wide variety of dishes served together, correct?
Is it like a certain ethnicity food? Ethnical? What
Not
the
to my knowledge, but I could be wrong. Because there's like a tapas bar that I've gone to before, and I think they had like
tapas bar? I
Yeah,
like
like-
tapas trees.
there were tapestries in the tapas bar. Yes,
Nice.
there were many curtains. That's what we believe, so we ended up with too much food. Brendan, it was a very nice weekend, especially for a sports fan. So that was fun. Had a whole bunch of
For yourself.
friends who came over and hung out all day yesterday, which was good. The only thing that was missing was you, chat, and you two, Mike and Sean.
YouTube? You just pull it up on your phone.
And then Sean and I got mediocre Chipotle for dinner last night.
How is it mediocre?
Our delivery went roughly.
Oh,
And it was cold and mostly wrong.
nice.
Cold and Mostly Wrong was the name of my band in high school.
That's my nickname from now. Cold and mostly wrong.
Good moron to you, Aura. It's good to see you. That was an even better shot. Thank you. You know, Aura's
Aura's
great to
just
have
trolling.
hang around because it makes us feel like we're doing something good in Rocket League. Or something extremely bad in Rocket League. Either way, though, we get some feedback. And isn't that what everyone wants, is just some feedback on their performance?
Oops. Oh, I blew it up.
We got debut for the uni football team, according to Aura, was starting right gunner on a punt, and I floored the poor DB that was marking me. Congratulations. Those are the things that don't get put down in the stat sheet, Aura, but you accomplished.
Aren't those called pancakes? Oh, crap.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that could be considered a pancake. So you know what that means, right? Aura took that DB.
Put it on a pancake.
Get it?
Way to go. Way to go, Aura.
All right, let's see. It's 6:24 West Coast time, 9:24 out east, 2:24 for those watching GMS in the UK. It's good to see you. Digital.games is here, top of the moron.
Good moron.
It's Captain Bad Takes. What's up, buddy?
Wow. You realize that show was like 3 weeks ago, right?
That doesn't matter.
So mad.
Doesn't matter.
All right. Coming up, GMS After Dark is this Wednesday, 4:45 p.m. Pacific time. You can catch it every single Wednesday at that time with Look, It's Mike O.
That's what I've been told.
How was your smoothie?
It was delicious. It was cherry and strawberry and some blueberries and some raspberries.
Okay.
And then a whole bunch of like the creamy stuff that they make you put in there.
You have a
Got
shirt on.
Fiber boost.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt. Do you think, as I look at this shirt now, I'm beginning to wonder, was Donatello an afterthought? They had like the three of them already drawn, maybe, and then they're like, maybe we do need a fourth. And then they drew Donatello in front of the other three.
Well, he's like the worst, so he's just got a stick. You know? The other three have like cool weapons, and then he has a stick.
Some bow staff.
Stick.
That's awesome. Raspberry, says Dandy.
Yep.
It's a good mix of berries,
Raspberries.
according to Brendan. And
Top
It
of
was
the
really
moron.
good.
to you, Forgiven
So-
John. It's good to see you as well.
I'm not super stoked because for the next 30 days, I can't eat cheese or bread or all of the great things that are sugar. So it's gonna be. I might get cranky.
Okay.
But good news, I started some antidepressants on Friday. For those of you who are battling mental health and are weary of medication, you have a right to be, but sometimes it works. I had the most productive weekend I've had in like 8 years.
Let's go.
So, yeah. So sometimes it's good.
We will talk more about mental health because we have a fundraiser that Mike's doing over on Mike's channel. Look, it's Mike. We'll talk about that coming up as well. Top of the moron to you, Master Jordy, this morning.
Good moron.
And yeah, let's take a break to get informed, to get the news, see what's happening. What is the updates, video game style? Do that. Here's hashtag video game expert Sean.
Good morning. It is Monday, November 8th, 2021, and this is your Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. Forza Horizon 5 is a video game with driving and racing and horizons, and also fantastic accessibility settings. And we have some details on those settings. Microsoft, this comes from John Carson of Game Informer. Microsoft has proven itself to be a leader in terms of video game accessibility with many features available in their games. And Forza Horizon 5 is no different. They have some accessibilities which will help people who have a tough time with the speed of the game. The game's speed is fully modifiable, which allows gamers to play Forza Horizon 5 at a reduced speed when playing offline, which is great for newcomers and those who need a little bit more time to progress through the game. They also have color change options in like high contrast mode, which makes both distinguishing things in the gameplay, but also the menus and text a little bit easier. Full color blindness mode, which allows players with color blindness to better visualize game elements. They have a whole range of features for subtitles, including overall font size. There's a screen reader narrator that can read text, buttons, and other elements aloud, text-to-speech, speech-to-text options, ability to disable moving backgrounds. And then one setting or one feature that they're still working on that will be coming soon is a picture-in-picture American Sign Language and British Sign Language interpreter that plays during cutscenes. So these are some pretty fantastic things. It will be available on the Xboxes and PC tomorrow. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, that's very thorough of them to take the amount of time to make sure that it's as inclusive and accessible as possible. Wow, that's very impressive, because I mean, that's got to be like a high amount of people dedicated to all of those things, which means, you know, you're backing up what you want and say you're going to do with resources, right? And so I hope it's as good as it sounds, because so far it sounds amazing.
Pretty good. Yeah.
And one can only hope that this will lead to other games following suit and be like, oh, maybe we should, you know, help everybody play the game that wants to play.
Yeah.
Indeed. It's nice to see that more and more games are having these slew of options. And it seems to be a trend heading in the right direction. So hopefully it continues
Love it.
In our next news story of the morning, Hogwarts Legacy is a game for at least the PlayStations. I think it might be exclusive to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, but it's been delayed a couple times. Now it seems like it might be being held to be released after the next Fantastic Beasts movie, which is set to hit theaters on April 15th, 2022. This is from Adele Ankers of IGN. Hogwarts Legacy was originally supposed to release sometime this year and has been pushed to just a general 2022. Now, a Reddit user, Sear Pumpkin, shared a Toy World magazine interview in which Warner Brothers general manager Rachel Wakely hinted that the release window for Hogwarts Legacy would come after the next movie, though she didn't specify an exact release date. There you go.
I know I'm just packed with Harry Potter knowledge. You need anything from me on this one, or?
Yeah, what's that one character's name?
Oh, you mean this is the Hogwarts Legacy game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good, because as we all know, that game from the very beginning was going to focus around Dolores Umberbatch.
Indeed.
Benedict Cumberbatchio is my favorite spell.
What's it do?
It makes you talk funny and be a dick.
Great.
I don't know.
Sorry.
You become very talented and solve crime.
Yes, Pickle's saying, can we say that character's name again? Yeah, it's a Dolores Umbrellaback.
Nickelback?
Look at this
Silverback?
photograph!
Silverback? She gorilla? The game, I was wrong, it is available on all of the systems. Or will be available.
Silverback. It's a gorilla.
In our last news story of the day, speaking of things that are going to happen after movies come out, Nintendo's happy with the upcoming Mario film, and so more movies are likely on the way, which we kind of knew already, because there are already rumors that a Donkey Kong movie has been greenlit, but now we have a little bit more information, because apparently the movie's basically done, and Nintendo's had early screenings of it, and they're happy with the way it turned out.
Like it's done?
Done enough to see like a rough edit of it.
Oh.
I'm sure it's not like fully polished and ready, and they're still going to hold it for holidays 2022. But
Hey, Chris Pratt.
That's a long time.
yeah, but if they have more post-production to finish, and it being an animated film, that could be, a couple months worth of work. That could be 6 months worth of work. But also, they want to market the hell out of this movie. We're gonna see trailers and tie-ins to merchandise and stuff like that for at least 9 months leading up to this movie. Next summer is we're gonna be so sick of seeing things about the Mario film next summer before it comes out that we're just gonna be over it.
Okay.
Because this movie is not for us.
But it's about our childhood.
Yeah, but it's not for us.
No, I'm pretty sure it's for me. It says
For
to Mike.
the things for us is when they re-release the old Mario games for the millionth time and get us to pay more money for it. That's for us. This is for the children.
Dearest Mike, we've been considering releasing a movie just for you. Please go see it.
We regret to inform you, however, that Christopher Pratt will be Mario. He is nor Italian nor a plumber, nor a good person. However, he's literally everywhere. Good luck!
It's too bad that it's the news. We have to kind of keep the segment moving. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Chris Pratt. That's the voice of Mario at length, but unfortunately, I just don't have the time.
That was the end, so we're good.
Good.
It always lasts when I never leaves. We finish up today's gaming morning show, morning gaming news with the world renowned segment within a segment, where we take a look at what is out today. Like Gravity Light out on Switch. Get it? Because Gravity Light Switch.
That's not
SEO
funny.
for this game is difficult because if you Google Gravity Light, you don't get anything about a video game. If you Google Gravity Light Switch, you still don't get anything about a video game. But guess what? Prestigious award, video game morning show, name of the morning. Also Gravity Light Switch. Because it's Monday.
What system is it on?
A light switch.
So,
Hold on.
is it Gravity Light out today for Switch?
I think it's Gravity Light Switch out today for.
I'm looking at my light switch and I don't see anything. Yeah, it just looks like a light switch. It's not like flying or anything.
No gravity.
No, definitely no gravity.
Okay. All right.
Gravity.
Pickle goes, I hope Chris Pratt plays Mike in the Gaming Morning Show movie. Could you imagine?
No.
Our movie will be like a Hallmark movie, so it'll be when some of the most popular actors of today are just doing things on the tail end.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
For funsies.
Chris Pratt at 55 playing Mike.
Say I look like a 55-year-old man. That's messed up.
Who's going to be Diego?
Chris Pratt.
It's Diego, the gaming morning lizard.
What's up, bro?
Ba-dum-bum.
Congratulations, Gravity Light or Gravity Light Switch or Light Switch for Gravity and Gravity Light Switch. I don't know what the hell your name is, but you are the GMS name of the morning. And congratulations for that because you're the only one. If you want to get the prestigious award that Sean talks about every time in the segment, release your damn game on Monday, and you have a very good chance because nothing else comes out on Monday.
I'm pretty sure that the Gravity Light people watched the show, and they're like, "Quick, put it out on a Monday because there's nothing out there. We'll win the name of the morning." So that's why it came out today.
I mean, that makes sense, and it did.
Checks out.
Yeah, I mean, your success rate was like 1 of 1, so nice work.
Can Bob crunch the numbers on that one and see if
What
it
the
checks out?
percentages are specifically?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Hey, Bob, we need the percentages. What was it? Percentages of odds to win on a Monday?
Yeah, sure.
What are the odds to win on a Monday? Name of the morning.
Beep bop boop, beady boop bop, beep boop beep. Beep bop boop, boop boop beep bop, beep boop boop beep bop. Ding. 3, 1, 7, 4. Nope.
It's too many numbers, Bob.
Plus sign.
Okay. That solves it.
That seems very complicated. We could just have Sean pick them.
Probably.
Well, I guess you're not asking who's picking them. You're just saying odds to win. Yeah, that checks out if you think about it.
Yeah.
Maybe there was
31,
a decimal point in there that we missed.
Carry the 1, add 7.
Beady boop, beady boop.
It's very happy about it though. It's good.
Bob likes it.
If you want to become a Patreon subscriber, we would welcome it. You can go to patreon.com/gamingmorningshow, and there's the kneecap tier that's there. When you become a member of the kneecap tier, you're not only getting subscriber benefits like Patreon-only Discords and participant priority for games that we play on GMS Games, but you'll also get a little something extra from Mike.
I'm gonna bust some kneecaps.
That's right. Mike will take care of kneecaps that you don't want around anymore, or we'll do something more metaphoric, like put you into the Temple of the Six, or send you something off of his desk. Is there anything available for November kneecap subscribers?
It's just green pen. It's green. And you click it.
Is that a Pilot G2?
Yeah.
Oof. Maybe I'll join the kneecap
I don't
subscribers.
like green though. So the green's the only one I don't use. There's a to-do list. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'll just send you these. There's this caramel smooth, which I think is kind of like a Milky Way, and a peanut tasty, which I think is a Snickers.
See, I have a green pen too. See. Oh, you can't see it. The green screen made it go away. It's here though.
It's a really big pen.
See?
Click.
I have an orange pen.
It's a very small pen you got there. Click. It's a pen for ants.
If you'd like to join, you can, and then you'll have an induction.
Temple of the Six. Six.
Bum, bum, bum.
All right, our friend Ben Hooper's writing stuff for UPI, and this one is under the mass headline, Because Bear Watch 2020. Let's go to British Columbia, Mike, and see what happens with this bear.
So, in the Tennessee of the North, the Tennessee of Canada, we'll call it, a British Columbia woman was having a cigarette on her front porch. She was approached by a wandering bear that licked her on the hand. And then she knew that there was 6 more weeks of winter. I look up and it's a bear, and I freeze, Porter told the Prince George citizen. I'm thinking, oh, what do I do? What do I do? I'm just going to stay still. Porter said the bear walked right up to her, sniffed her, and licked her on the right hand. Porter snapped a photo of the bear standing just inches from where she was sitting. If I die, at least they'll see who the culprit is, Porter recalled thinking. Sound logic. The bear eventually backed off and Porter rushed back inside her house. She said a neighbor's security camera footage revealed the bear had been watching her from the yard for some time before approaching. It was so dark, and he was so quiet and stealthy. I didn't see him, Porter said. I was sitting 10 feet away from a bear the whole time. Melanie Porter said she was smoking and sitting in a chair on her front porch Thursday night in Quencel when she spotted movement in her front yard that she initially thought was a neighborhood cat. What? Thought it was a cat? Okay. British Columbia is believed to be home to 1/4 of the entire population of black bears in Canada. Wildlife officials recommend never approaching a bear and using loud noises to keep the animals at a distance. Ben wrote this really weird. That third paragraph I feel like should have been in the first. That's fine. You know what? It's great. There's a neighborhood cat dressed as a bear.
In addition to using loud noises, if the bear that is near you looks like the one behind Sean, you can also just use angry thoughts, and that'll keep the bear away.
That's true. That's true.
Kate says she would keep the bear and make him a pet. I don't think that's how it works, but I mean, you can try. You know?
Yes, Wifesaurus, you did hear that right. The woman thought the bear was a cat. Maybe a very big cat?
It could be.
I have nothing to defend this woman.
I mean, to be fair, it says she was smoking a cigarette, but it doesn't say what's inside the cigarette, so I don't know, maybe she was just confused.
Was smoking a cigarette and consuming some psychedelic mushrooms. Meow. Bob demonstrating that, the two things do sound very similar. You have a bear and a cat that both have sounds such as meow. So, good demonstration, Bob. Proud. Today is eat something, or cook something more specifically, bold and pungent. So what are you going to make today? Kate said, I'm going to cook something with garlic today. That's pungent. Mike had a good point. Pungent is not stinky. It is just of a strong odor or taste.
But it has such like a negative connotation to it, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's weird.
So you can make something that's the most pleasant smelling smell ever. My wife may make cookies today, and perhaps they will smell pungent.
My wife.
But that'd be good. By the way, go back to the Switch thing. I got to give Digital Doc. What if Gravity Light was for the Switch Lite? That'd be Gravity Light Switch Lite.
Also, he said I triggered his Google Home.
Ow!
Hey Google, order Gravity Switch or Gravity Light for the Switch.
Is his like wake up word like gravity switch?
No, I think I said something about Google.
Oh, okay. Was that thing that you said about Google specifically? Hey, Digital Doc Games Google machine.
I was
getting
gonna
very
say
specific.
something, and I realized there's a Google dot in my office, so if I start throwing out commands, it's gonna start doing it.
That would not be good. Someone's saying,
Google,
though, you'll actually play Diego in the GMS movie.
The gaming morning lizard. Boop, boop. Hey.
That song gets stuck in my head.
Yep, all day.
Good job, bud.
Whenever Megan says Diego, I just sing that, and she's just like stares at me.
Yep.
Never mind.
There's certain things like in the UK that can't not end without a doodly doot now. And then Diego. This is that's always in my head too. Kate Zade's gonna suggest that if she captures the bear, it's gonna name it Winnie.
The poo.
Please
Should name it Chris Pratt.
Please don't make it wear like a red shirt with no pants, though. Please. It's a bad look.
Why? I mean, it's already naked.
Wifesaurus, I mean, I know there are big cats out there, but a bear-sized cat? Yeah, that cigarette must have been laced with something. Oh my gosh. Is that a cat out there? No, it's a bear. Oh, I thought it was a cat.
Easy mix-up. Yeah.
Why is that bear lifting its leg and licking itself and staring right at me?
She goes over to her friend's house and they have a cat. They're in trouble. She's like, "There's a bear in your house." This is my cat. It's Arturo. What? It's a bear.
Why did that bear just go over and casually knock something off my desk? It seemed unnecessary. Oh, that's true. Good moron to you, Quiet. There are bear cats. So maybe it was a bear cat. A bear cat.
Yep, maybe.
Get it?
Good
I mean,
moron.
I do get it.
Doesn't
I
seem
feel like
plausible.
she'd say bear cats.
Well, good moron to you, Wifesaurus, and Quiet I Am Gaming, but I'm not sure there are either bears or cats. No, there definitely are. Yes, I think Sean has a bear and a cat. Look.
Me neither, Kate. I don't like Chris Pratt either.
Well, that's a cat-sized bear though.
That is true.
Small.
Has Arturo and Bear Bear ever played?
All the time. They're best of friends.
Nice. Besta? Who's Besta?
Yeah.
Besta friend?
You know that
Best
song
of
from
Friends?
Fox and the Hound?
Nope.
That was actually written about Arturo and Bear Bear.
That's gonna be that's gonna be our next thing. We're gonna have to write a children's book about Bear Bear and Arturo, the best of friends, and how they used to visit their friend on the porch in Canada. It'll be like the character.
Take turns to mess with her.
Yeah, the character with the cigarette in her mouth will be like the man with the yellow hat in Curious George.
We've got some artists here. We all right, we need to make this happen.
Go to our Discord. There's a channel there right now called Make Our Children's Book. Oh, and this is already... Stay tuned in the break. We're going to take a break here in about 10 minutes. We'll have the Moose book. So if you've never heard the Moose book before, as written, it was our first ever book written together, chat. We can play that because today has something to do with a moose, right?
Yeah, there's a moose in the hoose. That's on the loose.
That's on the way. That's the
I don't
story
think
we
it's
have.
drinking Jamba Juice, though.
Jamba Juice.
That's the sequel.
We got birthdays this day of gaming history coming up next. It was a fun weekend. I hope everyone had a good weekend. If you haven't shared already, let us know. But the other thing too, I messaged or mentioned, football and racing and all that were great from a sports perspective. But also Kim Chica and everyone who did Full Plate 2021.
Dude, they rocked it.
Yeah, raised close to $30,000 with matching gifts for Player versus Hunger. They stayed on late. They were supposed to be off at like 6 p.m. Pacific time, and I sat down to do something. I think it was closer to 9 Pacific time, and they were still on and had raised like an additional couple $1,000s for Player versus Hunger in that final stretch. So, congratulations to Kim Chica, Wallstormer, everyone who made it possible. $30,000 for Player versus Hunger, and be sure. I think Jenny will be streaming either tomorrow or Wednesday. Be sure to stop by and say good job.
Does Jenny live on the block?
I believe she does live in a block of houses that are in a block-like formation.
Oh,
Does that count?
yeah, I think so.
Earthling's here. Good moron to you, Earthling. It's good to see you. Good moron.
Earthling, you so crazy.
Top of the moron.
Had a chance to pop into Earthling's stream this weekend, mostly just to lurk, but it was fun.
Lurk, 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 lurk. That's what you got to do when you get in there.
One of the most interesting tweets that I saw was from Gabe Pride this weekend. We'll shout out Gabe. But was eating the Oreos, the Pokemon Oreos, and might have been into a Mew Oreo. And I was told that those are the Oreos from those packages that are going for like thousands of dollars on the internet. So I hope
he ate thousands of dollars.
Yeah, pretty much.
Way to go, Gabe.
I'm interested to see if Gabe Pride stops by because I'd like to know if that's the case.
I saw him write something about Mew, and I had no idea what the hell he was talking about. I don't follow the pokey things.
And then yesterday was sushi games as well. So everyone who participated in that, I hope it went very well.
Sushi game.
That is true.
I picked California roll.
I was going to say, sushi hasn't been around GMS for a while, and it makes me wonder if Mike's consumption of sushi went down.
Can not confirm it's the same.
All right, it's 6:51 out on the West Coast. Is 9:51 out on the East. It is 2:51 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Coming up next hour on this Cook Something Bold and Pungent Day, we give you a top 10 list. It's very exciting. This top 10 list will have pungentness and boldness, unlike many of the top 10 lists we've ever shared on this show. So get ready for that. It's coming up in the early part of next hour. Also next hour, sports! So check that out. Today's birthday is this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday to celebrate with us, well, by all means, please let us know because we would like to celebrate with you. Today is musician Bonnie Raitt's 72nd birthday.
Maybe we should give him something to talk about. See what it is there? It's a song. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Wow. That was the limit today?
Wow.
Sean was not liking that one.
Fine. It's rude.
What should we give him something to talk about, like love? Is this your I'm gonna hang out and finish the hour, but I'm not happy about it? Look.
This is my
You're looking pretty gray today.
half the programs on my computer shut down, including slobs.
Oh, okay. So you weren't disappointed in Mike's joke. In fact, you found it hilarious.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was.
Maybe? Nope. Could be.
Now you're just darker gray.
Well, that gives us a chance to tell you about Alfre Woodard, who turned 69 today.
Light, dark, light, dark. Wow.
Nice.
This is incredible.
Like a turn signal.
Nice. If you don't like flashy things, if they bother you, do not look in the top left right now.
So I don't know. I never knew this person's name, but she's like in everything, and she's incredible. I had no idea her name was Alfre Woodard. Woodard. Good to know.
Give me an example.
She was in movies.
Nice. Have you ever seen
I think
movies,
she was
chat?
in Short Circuit.
Oh, really?
Not Short Circuit. The one with the little flying drone things. God dang it.
World War Z.
Yeah. Yep.
I've not seen that movie.
I'm kidding. She wasn't. She was in Grey's Anatomy. No, was she?
St. Elsewhere, 1985.
Yeah, she was. She was in the episode Heart-Shaped Box, according to Google.
Alfre Woodard, you mean from the movies?
The ones. Where's her discography? Filmography. She was in Scrooge. Oh, that's where I remember. She was Scrooged.
Oh,
she
yeah.
played Grace.
With the little drone
things.
There was no drone things in that one.
Tonight, you'll be visited from 3 ghosts, all drones from the past, present, and future.
I don't remember the name of it. She was in the Brave Little Toaster.
Oh, underrated animated film.
Yeah,
And I've heard it's also terrifying.
it's a little much.
How about Gordon Ramsay? Celebrity chef is 55.
Wasn't it just his birthday like a month ago?
I mean, I hear they usually happen on an annual basis, but
He decided to switch it up, have 2 this year.
it's like I didn't have enough birthdays. Let me have one more. Actress Parker Posey turns 53 today.
Wow. Man, I'm old.
It was in that moment that Mike realized. Today is Tech Nine's birthday, 50 years old for the rapper.
Tech Nine.
And 99, he and business partner Travis O'Ginn founded the record label Strange Music, according to Wikipedia.
Travis O'Ginn.
Actress Gretchen Mol turns 48.
She's great. She got married to Todd Williams in 2004. What's your favorite movie that Todd Williams directed, Ryan?
Todd Williams is a director, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
heard that Todd directed all of the movies
He
that
did.
Alfre Woodard is with.
With the drones and everything.
Actor Matthew Rise is 47.
They don't look very happy to be there.
Oh, is that a Kerry Russell?
That is Kerry Russell. Yeah, they're very they look very happy.
This picture was taken right before somebody said, "Hey, please smile," and then they're like, "Oh, okay."
Great.
Happy I could make it. Tara Reid turns 46 today.
Cool. She once appeared as a restaurant patron during an episode of Hell's Kitchen.
Have you seen Sharknado?
Nope.
I believe that was something that Tara was in.
I'm sure she was.
Singer SZA is 32.
SZA?
Yeah. Began making music early 2010s. This according to Wikipedia, but also, unfortunately, I Googled more about SZA, and apparently was at that concert in Houston, the Travis Scott Astroworld Festival, and 8 people died. Was it this last weekend or tail end of last week?
It was this week. It was this weekend.
So apparently 8 people have died in Houston. So just worth mentioning. Thoughts to everybody. I guess it was a mass casualty incident because the crowd started to push forward on the stage, according to the Houston fire chief, and it started to cause panic and people started to get injured. And then it just sounds like it was like too many people were compacted.
I've seen a bunch of videos, and it's just really screwed up. Travis Scott should be ashamed of himself for He was
never be
encouraging
allowed to
it.
perform anywhere. This
True.
is not the first time he's done stuff like this.
No. Yeah, he encouraged people to rush the stage and come in and overcrowd it. And at one point, they're trying to pull a dead body away from the stage, and he's just standing there performing. And then he encourages the crowd to give the middle finger to security.
Oh,
So he shouldn't be allowed to perform anywhere again.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that guy sucks. Him and Chris Pratt can go make a movie somewhere.
I'd just like to point out Chris Pratt did not have anything to do with Travis Scott's Astroworld Festival.
That we know of. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
He was
sad.
in a space movie once.
And it's always hard to segue back out and say, "Well, happy birthday, SZA." So, I mean, I just that caught my attention, and I meant to bring it up. I thought it
Yeah,
happened
it's
on
fine.
Thursday, and so I meant to bring it up
maybe it
on Friday's
was. I
show.
don't know.
But anyway, yeah. Hope everyone's
It's,
as good as they can be.
Kind of, I don't want to say irony, but a really fun thing. Former Playboy CEO Christy Hefner, it's Hughes somebody, is 69.
Nice.
Nice. Good job, Bob. We're on it. It's also Ricky Lee Jones' 67th birthday. That name is familiar. I don't know anything he's done, but the name it sounds like something I've heard before.
You're thinking Tommy Lee Jones.
No. No. I know.
I loved Ricky Lee Jones in The Fugitive.
And Courtney Thorne Smith is 54. I think she was in that movies.
Nice.
She was in a show with. Oh, good. When I Google it, it just says who is she dating. I think she was in Beverly Hills 90210.
Alfre Woodard from The Movies.
The movies.
ever since that we got Bob to do the drummer birthdays thing, I'm always disappointed even more so when there's not a drummer.
Yeah.
We can pretend that Bucky Covington is a drummer.
Bucky only sang.
Sounds like a drummer name.
I don't watch the show, but I know Mike and I like to sing the theme song. Mary Hart of Entertainment Tonight is 71 today.
Come and knock at our door. That one?
Yes. Tonight on Entertainment Tonight, we find out exactly what happened with Chris Pratt. It's time for the show to start. Hit the theme song.
Come and knock at our door. We'll be waiting for you.
It's
We've
Entertainment
got
Tonight.
news and movies and music all to do. Entertainment Tonight. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Almost. I mean, I couldn't even tell that it wasn't in the can. It sounded like it was performed live. Wow. This day in gaming history, and holy goodness, there's a bunch. We get to go all the way back to 1982, which gives us a chance for Sean to play Lawsuit or Not Lawsuit. 1982, Sean.
Not a lawsuit.
Okay, Not a Lawsuit.
Ding!
Bob says you locked that in. 1982, Milton Bradley introduces the Vectrex, which is the first home gaming system with a built-in 9-inch monochrome vector monitor. You know, it had the old Motorola 68A 09 processor in it. You get it for $199, and it came in with a built-in game called Mindstorm.
Mindstorm?
Yes.
You were correct.
Minesweeper?
I wonder if that's what it was. It was like some sort of knockoff of Minesweeper. Listen, Vectrex sounds almost as good as Profiterols. Vectrex from Milton Bradley. It's a new drug that you can take. 1982. How about 1992, Sean?
Still not a lawsuit.
Still not a lawsuit. Gonna lock that one in as well.
Ding!
Sega of America releases the Sega Multimedia Entertainment System. It had a CD player and was $299. Came with a CD player, though. You got an add-on product for the Genesis, featured an MC 68000 processor. That's way better than the Motorola 68A09 processor, because it has way more numbers and letters. It also came with 2 music CDs and 2 game discs.
Well, I want to know what those music.
I do too.
It was probably Wu-Tang.
Maybe Tech 9 had another one in there too.
Possibly.
Wouldn't that be coincidental? Birthday and then an anniversary. Anyway, 2002, Konami released Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance for the Xbox. In 2004, Nintendo releases Mario Tennis for the GameCube. 2004, EA put out the Herbs. URBZ. Herbs. It was Sims in the City for GameCube, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation 2, and Xbox. And then the next year,
Wonder why
Konami
they
put out
didn't catch
Castlevania, Curse of Darkness for the PlayStation 2. That same year, Sony released the iToy kinetic video game for PlayStation 2 in the US. iToy.
I feel like we just talked about the iToy.
I know, but it's
iToy.
I like how it's released. Sony CE Europe releases iToy Kinetic. So this is the video game for the iToy, but they release it for the PlayStation 2 in the US. It's confusing. I don't remember this one. Konami released in 2005 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Mutant Nightmare. I don't remember that one. Yeah.
No, I don't remember that one either.
All right, someone look up K-Laugh.
It was that good, huh?
Mutant Nightmare. TMNT. Tell us how we get our hands on it. 2005, Capcom released Beautiful Joe, Red Hot Rumble. Activision put out Gun. It's almost called
That
Gun.
game.
Red
Yeah, it was a fun
Octane
game.
put out Guitar Hero for PlayStation 2. Karaoke Revolution party game came out that same year. And in 2006, Square Enix puts out Final Fantasy V Advance for Game Boy Advance. If you like video games.
So I don't know what they did in the US, but the Sega CD in the UK came out with Soul Feast and Cobra Command. Don't know what either of them are. But... Oh, here we go. Though in North America, it was bundled with Sewer Shark.
Was that the music CD?
No, that was the game.
What were the music CDs?
I can't find it.
CDs were not
Sure.
CDs were not a like non-premium thing back then.
True.
So anyway, that's your This Day in Gaming History. Whole bunch of stuff came out on this day. Next hour, a top 10 list so amazing we can't even promote it because
I'll find it for you.
we got to find it first. We told you the prep on the show is just ridiculous. Also, sports! We have to say goodbye to the left side this morning. They have business things to attend to, bears to pet, and cats to pet, and bear cats to pet, and cigarettes to smoke. So, goodbye, Bear. Goodbye, left side. I'll take it the rest of the way. Next hour, when we come back. It's Monday, November 8th, 2021. Thanks for being here. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv.
I feel the rise.
let's gather round to read the Moose Book. There was a mooster in Worcester. There's a moose loose about the hoose. Shake it loose in your hoose, that moose. I would call it a truce with the moose, maybe spruce up the hoose. Dr. Seuss writing about the hoose in which the moose shook loose an overused spruce. The moose that encountered a truck's caboose is the moose named Bruce. I'm loose, said the moose, Bruce, as he threw up a deuce. Fun fact, Bruce the moose actually starred in Footloose. Snitches get stitches like mooses get looses. Obtuse rubber goose, green moose, guava juices. Goose and moose called a truce over being loose around Bruce. A moose nuisance is a moosance. You better write about the moose, no excuse. You're welcome.
Summertime, got liquor on the table, I don't mind where the night goes, your skin on mine. I see no other people, love is blind, but that's alright though. Pull me down, drown me in this thing I'm feeling, round and round, the world is turning upside down. Tell me how I could be the one you're needing, girl, your touch is driving me wild. I want your body on me. This moment is fleeting, so don't go away. I want your body on me. This moment is magic, I want you to stay.
I'm pretty okay in here. Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, List of the Day and Sports. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. A warm welcome to our official head of research and development, K-Laugh. Put it on a pancake. Follow us on Twitter at WatchGMS. Time for hour number 2. Right now.
Morning, gamer. Gaming Morning Show continues. Welcome in. It is Monday, November 8th, 2021. I am Hefty Goof. It is good to see you this morning. Spruce up the hoose. Obtuse rubber goose, green moose, guava juices. I mean, listen, that was so much fun to make. And now we apparently have a new destiny. And that is for the creation of a cow. Not a cow. The cow wasn't involved. We didn't talk about a cow at all. We talked about a cat and a bear. We're gonna make a cat bear book. Start writing. Start bringing your ideas, chat. We'll be able to assemble this thing. It'll be fun.
Who's got the cutest pet on the internet? I have this one, so cute.
Shout out to Arturo. When I'm flying solo, Arturo helps me out. It's been great to see Kate Zaid this morning. Brendan _TTV's been here. Quiet I Am Gaming. Pickle Feet's taking the day off, but also trying to keep sick kids feeling okay. Earthling's been hanging out with us this morning as well. Whole bunch of great folks. Real Wifeosaurus checked in this morning as well. We had Kate Zaid, like I mentioned, but also Kiki Lowe at the very top of the show. Master Jordy's been here today. Digital.games has had his Google Assistant activated because of us this morning. Dandy, Forgiven John, whole bunch of great folks hanging out with us this morning. I am Hefty Goof, as I mentioned. Coming up, 7 pungent foods that are super delicious. They're just amazing. That's from SBS.com. Now, listen, today's topic of the day has to do with foods that are pungent and bold because it's Cook Something Bold and Pungent Day. But as Mike pointed out at the very top, and I'm happy that Mike did, pungent does not necessarily mean so much odor it's disgusting, right? It just means that it's of a very bold taste or smell, specifically defined on the Google definition page as having a sharply strong taste or smell. So Cook Something Bold and Pungent Day, according to daysoftheyear.com, is an event that leaves little to the imagination. In other words, cooking something original, spicy, and even a bit offensive. It's the entire intent of the day. Still, it is not meant to merely represent a disgusting concoction of disparate ingredients. Cook Something Bold and Pungent Day. It's intended to celebrate the use of herbs such as garlic and hot pepper to promote health and longevity. That I didn't expect. The best way to recognize Cook Something Bold and Pungent Day is by, you guessed it, cooking something bold and pungent. By using a bit of imagination, one may even find that a surprisingly original dish can be created. When boldness is combined with innovation, some interesting results can occur. What are you going to make today that's bold and pungent? Like I said, my most pungent flavor that comes to mind is not the flavor of the intake, and it's not the flavor of the outtake, because that would imply that I'm tasting it. This is awkward to get out of, but I see no way I can. It's just the pungent odor on the way out, and that's asparagus. Asparagus is just delicious, but man, I hate the 12-hour reminder that I had asparagus. Lady K is here. Top of the moron to you, Lady K.
Good moron.
Here on the PS4 laptop, sign me out rudely. No worries. As an owner of a PlayStation 4, I know how much more difficult it is to watch Twitter or Twitch or whatever and then actually be able to type. So, I get it. I understand. I want to give a huge congratulations. As I mentioned, Full Plate 2021 was a tremendous success. Kim Chica, Wallstormer did a great job. It was an all-day event. It was even longer than they'd originally planned, but last Saturday, Full Plate Armor Up Against Hunger raised almost $30,000 for Player vs. Hunger. If you would like to contribute to Player vs. Hunger, you always can. Follow them on social media and check out their website, playerversushunger.org. But big congratulations to Kim Chica and everyone involved in that. A whole bunch of great people hung out throughout the course of the day and made it a very special event. Congratulations again, $30,000 roughly for Player vs. Hunger, thanks to Full Plate 2021. Be sure to check out Kim Chica, 4 p.m. Friday Pacific time for a new edition of Taste Test. Also, Look It's Mike O has a fundraiser going this whole month, and that is for Movember. It's a movement that focuses on 3 different things that includes prostate cancer, testicular cancer, and mental health. And Mike's going to have an event coming up on the 28th of November. Mike is going to be doing a 12-hour stream. Mike's goal is to raise about $1,000 for Movember and help with those 3 things. Find out more at Look It's Mike O on Twitch. Kate Zaid said to Pickle that I took the day off too. So Kate's also not doing any work today. So enjoy your days as much as you can. Brendan said, so glad they made so much. That's awesome. Yes, and big thanks again to Inner Sloth and Twitch for their matching gifts. Twitch ended up throwing in just $10,000, and that was just like just so they weren't worried about the match part. They just went bam and gave $10,000. So that happened during the course of the stream. Big thanks to both of those organizations, because without that support, people might go hungry. And instead, just basically doing what ended up being about a 12-hour stream, they were able to raise money that will help people not be hungry. Like, how simple, but yet great is that, right? Like, just fighting food insecurity. People who otherwise would go hungry will not now, because people hung out on the internet for 12 hours. So, kudos to them. Lady K, I'm working on art. It's funny you say that, because we just got done talking about cats and bears and doing a book, and we referenced all the people who are really good at art. Meow. So we'd be able to use skills to get our book off the ground, which would be awesome. So, hope your art is going well. We'll do that list coming up in just a little bit. Thank you for being here this morning. I am Hefty Goof. It is also World Orphans Day. It is World Quality Day. It's not just a random day of the day. It is World Quality Day today. So that's a day of the day. It is X-Ray Day, Harvey Wallbanger Day. What is a Harvey Wallbanger? Because I believe I remember it to be a cocktail, but I have absolutely no clue off the top of my head. I need someone like K-Laugh to enlighten me. Harvey Wallbanger Day. Cappuccino Day, which I do know what a cappuccino is. I have not had a cappuccino in quite some time. Most of the non-standard coffee that I get is like of the latte variety. It is National STEM/STEAM Day, and we were trying to remember what is the A that was added to the STEM acronym. So science, technology, engineering, and math. What was the A that was added to it? There's that. National Dunce Day. National Dunce Day. International Tongue Twister Day, which we were disappointed to learn that they didn't add a whole bunch of extra, like, words that start with T to that to make it an actual tongue twister when naming their day of the day, which Mike has told us costs around $5,000 to do. So there's that. It's also World Kindness Week, so be kind, everybody. And it is also Global Entrepreneurship Week. So, good time to start something, if you're so inclined. Pickle says the Harvey Wallbanger is a mixed drink with vodka, the other stuff, and orange juice. Galliano? What is Galliano? This shows you, I think, like, I do still drink alcoholic beverages, but this shows you how long it's been since I've gone to, like, a bar and said, hey, what are some of the cocktails that you have? Like, I am very simplistic, it appears, when it comes to that. My art piece has changed 3 times so far. Oh, and Pickle, which with K-Laugh not available, it appears this morning, is doing a great job being substitute K-Laugh. So thank you, Pickle, for taking the day off to do that. It stands for arts, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. I'm going to guess you Googled this. It just seems like something that's a little copied and pasted, which is fine. I just want to make sure credit where credit is due. Liqueur Galliano L'Authentico, known more commonly as Galliano, is a sweet herbal liqueur created in 1896 by Italian distiller and brandy producer Arturo Vaccari of Tuscany, and named after Giuseppe Galliano, an Italian officer of the Royal Italian Army of the First Italo-Ethiopian War. Well, I like the fact it's named after Arturo. I don't know if I prefer that it came from a war, but, you know, if you want a Harvey Wallbanger, you can get it with some Galliano in it. Made by Arturo. Brandy producer Arturo Vaccari of Tuscany. When asked for comment, Arturo said, meow. Because Arturo's a cat. Not this Arturo, our Arturo. Not the Gaming Morning Show official mascot, Diego, the Gaming Morning Lizard, but Arturo, the cat that sleeps behind Sean and is the subject of many of our videos. Galliano is sweet with vanilla flavor and subtle citrus and woodsy herbal undertones. Sounds nice. Could it be considered pungent? Could be. We get smashed on Galliano. Any herbal alcohol goes to a vampire's head. This vampire's head specifically. That's true. You know my opinion, of course, on vanilla, right?
Vanilla, a waste of calories.
Like I don't like vanilla flavored desserts, but yes, as a piece of the Harvey Wallbanger drink, sure, let's go. Did we confirm that Arturo, the brandy producer, is not a cat? That is true. I have not confirmed that. I have a hypothesis that maybe that is not the case, but I do not know that for fact. And until I do, I cannot claim that I do. It's important to have the facts straight on the show. But why would you be shaking your head, Brendan? Do tell. We're going to go to 1-1 overtime? Oh, that would be a shame. Might be able to score it. Oh. As the continual GMS vanilla slander. Well, that is my opinion. That vanilla is a waste of calories. Gonzo Gump has agreed with me on that, which I appreciate. We lost, and that happens when you're playing in overtime. That's okay. We can lose. It's 7:24 West Coast time, now 10:25 out east, 3:25 for those watching GMS in the afternoon.
Vanilla is great, and Hefty is wrong about vanilla.
So Bob kind of disagrees with me, even though Bob does acknowledge that I did say vanilla was a waste of calories. If you're going to have dessert, vanilla should be complimentary. It should not be the main show. The only kind of vanilla ice cream that's kind of okay, it's not even really pretty okay, it's just kind of okay, is vanilla bean. Vanilla bean. Vanilla bean's fine. Shout out to Gonzo, who Kate Zay just said, Gonzo! Said vanilla is a waste of calories, and I agree. I mean, listen, as we know, I have the most well thought through and definitive opinions when it comes to food. You can have some examples like this.
Gravy is a sauce. Sauces aren't dressings, and marinades are early to the party.
If you think about it, that's true. Yeah, vanilla bean is vanilla, but it's got a little stronger sweet taste. So it almost is like, it's almost like vanilla emphasized. So vanilla is almost too subtle of just like a general flavor. So I'm just, I guess it's never gonna win the battle. Would you like vanilla ice cream, or we have chocolate and strawberry? I'm gonna take chocolate or strawberry. Would you like vanilla cake and vanilla frosting? I mean, sure. Do you have any other options? No, we don't. Okay, then great. I'll eat it. You have anything else? Okay, I'll take the anything else. So.
Vanilla, a waste of calories.
Kate Zaid said, I met Gonzo over the weekend. I hope Gonzo and you, and I think what you said, King Gray maybe was there too. Anyway, whoever y'all were hanging out with, Kate, I hope you had as good of a time as possible, and I'm happy that everyone was able to connect. Top of the moron to you, Kage Boy. It's good to see you this morning on Gaming Morning Show.
Top of the moron.
We are asking you about our topic of the day, which is Cook Something Bold and Pungent Day. So what is something that you've had that's the most pungent food you've ever had, which is a perfect time to bring up our top 10 list, which is today a top 7 list. It's not a big list at all. So, top 7. Let's go through it, though. This is from sbs.com.au. Is .au, is that Australia? Or is that Austria? I think it's Australia, right? This is 7 pungent foods that are super delicious. Okay. And now I'm concerned that this list is going to take the word pungent and use it in the negative connotation that Mike O warned us about, which is specifically the fact that pungent's always associated with like a nasty smell, right? A nasty smell. But we'll see. 7 pungent foods that are super delicious, according to SBS Food Bite-Sized in December 2018. This might just be an SEO list, but you know what? Damn it, we're going to go with it. Destination Flavor China Adam Liao explores the Anhui specialty of stinky fish. And so because of that, they decided to give this list, and back in December of 2018. Right? Just go with me on this. Number 1 on this list of pungent foods.
1
is fish mint. Now, I like fish. Most every fish that I've had, especially I like cooked fish, like ahi tuna that's cooked like or served more rare. Not my jam. I'm not opposed to sushi, Mike. Not opposed to sushi. I would consider eating sushi. However, I've not really gone too far down the uncooked fish road. But I do like cooked fish quite a bit. And I would be the person who'd probably bring like leftover salmon to the office and then cook it in a microwave and make the whole office smell like fish. So fish is pungent, right? Well, fish mint is apparently an herb that has some strong fish smells. Oh, Earthling Gaming says not fish mints. Oh my gosh. Used in Vietnamese grilled meats or with them. Herb noodle salads, soups, and rice noodle rolls. The herb provides a mild green crunch if you can get past the smell. Yeah, and again, this is like bad smelling stuff. I'm assuming. Pungent in the worst of ways. Kate said we had tacos. It was perfect. Nice work. King Gray is huge into tacos, so I'm happy you were able to have that. Lady K, most of my favorite savory foods have garlic. I use ginger a lot, too. I like ginger. Garlic, onion, ginger, holy trinity for Brendan. That's nice. Welcome back, Scott Chick. It is good to see you.
A warm welcome to our deputy cat petter, Scott Chick.
Scott Chick, you missed the Arturo video. So coming up after the top 10 list, I'll play it for you. Number 2 is durian. So this was referenced in the Fish Mint copy. More polarizing than durian, which has to mean that durian is a pretty well-known pungent thing. Anthony Bourdain compared its aftertaste to, quote, French kissing your dead grandmother, unquote. Someone else, a food writer named Richard Sterling, said the odor is best described as pig bleep. Beep. Turpentine and onions garnished with a dirty gym sock. How did we find durian? Like, this plant looks interesting. I wonder what it tastes like. Look, it's Michael says, durian is disgusting. I'd rather cover myself in durian than sit in this meeting all day, though. I'm sorry that you're not looking forward to your meeting. I'm sorry that you can hang out with us the whole show. So, durian apparently smells like armpit. Yeah, durian is apparently known as the king of fruits. And that's what durian looks like. Its sweet custardy flesh is considered a delicacy, if you can get past the superfluous smell. I'm probably not going to line up to try durian anytime soon.
3.
Roquefort. Or Roquefort. Roquefort, maybe? This is a creamy, crumbly blue cheese. Oh, yeah. Roquefort. Because I remember there used to be a Roquefort dressing that people would have. But it's like a blue cheese. Has a pungent smell. And blue veins. While the sheep's milk keeps the crumble and the cheese creamy. I like blue cheese. I probably would line up before, like, stinky cheeses before I would line up for, like, fruit. So, Roquefort.
4.
Stinky tofu. All right, now, don't get me wrong. Tofu, I believe, is a natural thing, right? Like, isn't tofu made of... It's like a root or something, right? I bring this up to say, like, if we kind of made this... Because I have this perception that tofu's, like... It's not man-made, but, like, we took something that was natural and then said, hey, this is really good. Why would we make it also stinky? But apparently it's the way it's fermented. You can take stinky tofu and ferment it, or you take tofu, apparently. It's fermented with medicinal grass and then coated and deep fried. It's a popular Taiwanese street food, and it's endured unfavorable comparisons to sewers and other waste management systems, writes the author. We strongly suggest giving it a go, though. The mesh of savory flavors, sharp kick of chili, and contrasting textures of accompanying pork pieces are a roller coaster for the senses. Yeah, okay, so white soybeans, right? And then we look at white soybeans and we're like, okay, we're going to mash these together to make tofu, right? So then why would we marinate it in stuff that makes it, quote, smell from 3 blocks down inside your car and with the windows up? Just seems like an odd choice. Lady K, my garlic, ginger, lime, and spring onion noodles are always a massive hit with guests. But durian stinks bad. Brendan says it's a giant fruit and produces an enormous amount of meat. To which Look It's Myco said, hey, meat. Cocky boy, this list, lol. Yeah, and this is only 7 pungent foods that are super delicious. So, Brendan said, speaking of armpits, Roquefort. Yeah, I mean, why would you have the choice if it's like, hi, this goes back to my vanilla analogy. Hi there. Welcome to Hefty Goof's place you can eat. I mean, we very much simplified the restaurant business. We didn't call it a restaurant. We didn't call it a cafe. It's just Hefty Goof's place you can eat. Would you like to eat? This is a place you can do that if you're so inclined. I have 2 desserts for you today. One is vanilla, and the other one is chocolate. Would you like one? Great. We'll throw the vanilla out because it's a waste of calories when compared to chocolate. However, if I had vanilla and vanilla, then eat it because vanilla's fine. Okay, same kind of thing. Hi there. Welcome to Hefty Goof's place to eat. It's a delicious time to be here on this Monday. I have some tofu available if you would like to eat it. It's prepared very nicely. In fact, we've prepared it non-stinkily. Or I also have some stinky tofu. Would you like one or the other? Oh, you like the former? Sounds good. We can help you with that.
Yes.
Number 6.
6.
Kimchi. Focus on gut health. The author writes with this focus on it. Kimchi is undergoing a popularity surge at the moment. # because food goals. This is listed from 2018. While there are hundreds of different types of kimchi, the funk in the spicy cabbage pickle, cabbage pickle feats, comes from a thick paste, which includes garlic, onion, and Korean chili flakes, and is reinforced by white radish strips that get fermented right along with it. Pickle! You're in the copy this morning. Congratulations on being number 6.
6.
On this list. Kimchi, never had it, but I do like moist cabbage, which is translation for coleslaw, but not super mayonnaise-y coleslaw.
7.
And then natto, I'm going to go with natto. Japanese breakfast food, fermented soy, but it has a very pungent smell, and it's also kind of slimy, apparently. Natto is usually eaten over white rice, sometimes accompanied with some sliced green onions. It's lesser known in Australia, which I'm guessing is where this list comes from, because it's sbs.com.au. But it lurks in the freezer section of Asian supermarkets. Has apparently some good health benefits as well. But why does it smell so bad? Natto. Feel like I skipped one, or this list was off.
8.
This one I'm going to need help with. There's no way I'm going to be able to say this word. Just a second. Please stand by.
Surströmming.
Surströmming. A sour fermented herring that has a solid, pungent smell of rotting fish. Would you like some? Rounded and sharp taste, spicy and savory. Surströmming. I mean, I think smell is still a bigger factor into like a gag reflex for me. So I don't know if I'd try many of these foods that are on this list because I don't really necessarily like smells that are bad. But if you do, and again, pungent does not have to be bad, then you could try 7 pungent foods that are super delicious from sbs.com.au. We're working on our new restaurant concept, Hefty Goof's Place You Can Eat. Brendan says our tagline can be, "We don't believe in sauces, and we only serve vanilla last." That's good. Yes, here at Hefty Goof's Place You Can Eat, if you would like any sauce, BYOS, because we do not serve it here. Because sauces are not necessary.
Gravy is a sauce. Sauces aren't dressings, and marinades are early to the party.
Fun fact, white soybeans are flavorless, black soybeans are salty, and red soybeans are sweet.
Lady K, fact of the day. Day.
Thank you very much. Scott Chick is here. Welcome back, Scott Chick. I hope everything's going well.
Who's got the cutest pet on the internet? I have this one, so cute.
We've already decided our next children's book that we will write will be about a bear and a cat. They either are the same person or they're separate. Meow. Get to writing, chat. We need your help. Scott Chick says, Lady Undead can tell you all about that stinky fish. She's dared me to try it when we go over next year. So I do know, having grown up in a pretty strongly Norwegian Lutheran background, that lutefisk was apparently a very popular dish in the old Lutheran church there. I never went to lutefisk day or lutefisk eating day or lutefisk potluck or whatever the hell they called it, because no one sold me on it. No one's like, you're gonna love this. It was like from the get-go, what's lutefisk? It smells bad, awful. Then no. Like, you gotta, I don't need you to lie to me. I need you to soft sell it a little bit for me. Brendan said, I had a roommate that fermented her own kimchi, and that was indeed funky. But kimchi is delicious. Fair enough. Yeah, and then Scott Chick said, ew, slimy. Yeah, I'm not going to go for something that's slimy either. So anyway, that's Cook Something Bold and Pungent Day, kind of in a nutshell, in a list from Australia. What's the most pungent food you've ever had? Let us know in chat. Coming up, we have a story about a moose crashing through a Saskatchewan classroom. That one is also from Ben Hooper of UPI, as our friend Lucas Myco titles Ben. Lord Benneth Hooper of UPI. Right now it's time to tell you, though, from the Madison Leader Gazette, Sean Utley has a story about brawling bald eagles that were found tangled together, and apparently it's a very odd sight. We're going to have photos of this one. Imagine two bald eagles that were tangled together in what was likely a fight for territory, Minnesota media reports. The Plymouth Police Department were called to a scene November 2nd, so this happened just 6 days ago. Someone had found two bald eagles stuck together. They're on a road. Photos captured the odd sight. Responding officer Mitch Martinson said that Mitch wasn't quite sure what to do, and according to WCCO said, quote, "We do have de-escalation tactics, but I've never applied them to eagles or other animals. I was trying to go through my head of what to do next and who to call." Police on Twitter said the eagles were unable to untangle themselves until there was some assistance, and then they were able to do so. They flew away. Victoria Hall, executive director of the University of Minnesota's Raptor Center, said the birds were likely brawling in air before they were entangled. So I picture like a Top Gun-esque dogfight with two fighter jets, an F-15 and a MiG, I believe, were the two that were featured in Top Gun. But these are eagles. They're going at each other, like, and then all of a sudden, like, kind of clipped each other and then went, and were tangled up. University of Minnesota's Raptor Center, Victoria Hall, said, quote, "There are 2 times of year when we know this to occur. Early spring, as pairs are reestablishing territories in preparation for breeding. And in the fall, when some pairs reclaim a nest if they stay on territory during the winter and start adding sticks to reinforce the structure." That is often when you'll notice that eagles get all tangled up. So, fly, eagles, fly. On the road to victory. Kate Zaid, "I sang Christmas songs about lutefisk at family holiday parties. I refused to try it, though. It's because they sold it poorly." Now, if you're asking me about the other Norwegian tradition that I do like, that is lefse. Lefse is delicious. It's like potato tortillas that you smother in butter and brown sugar. So if you've never tried lefse before, let me know. I might be able to send you some, because we make a lot of it. And by we, I mean my family, because I don't cook well. All right, it's now 7:42 on the West Coast, 10:42 on the East Coast, is 3:42 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. I hope everyone's having a great Monday, or as good of a Monday as you can today. Mike had to leave early for meetings. Sean is usually not with us as long as Sean can be on Mondays. But the good news is, coming up on Thursday, Austin Attack will be here. Austin Attack 12 is a fantastic Twitch streamer. If you can send a whole bunch of love to Austin. Last I read on Twitter, Austin had to put her puppy down. Well, her old dog. Elder dog. I had to put Elder dog down Saturday, I want to say. So Austin wasn't doing very good at the beginning of the week. So I hope Austin's doing as good as Austin can today. But yes, it was on Austin's Twitter feed, which you can follow all of us from GMS on our Twitter feeds. At WatchGMS, I am Hefty Goof, and of course Austin is at Austin Attack. Sad news out of the Austin household. So I hope you have as good of a break as you can, Scott Chickera. You had as good of a break. I hope your day finishes well, and we will see you again on a future gaming morning show. Quiet, yeah, it's sad. I've only ever had really one pet that I had for any length of time. I should say dog, because I had a couple of cats too. But yeah. Like, for example, we had some cats that we got shortly after college graduation, one of which unfortunately died very early because we brought a lily into the house. Lilies are toxic to cats. And unfortunately, that cat ate it. We didn't know that it was toxic. No, we did know it was toxic. We screwed up and brought it into the house and had it behind a door that we always kept closed, but then unfortunately it was left open and the cat got to it. So we lost one of those cats probably a year-ish into owning the cat, but then that cat's sister was part of the pair that we adopted at graduation, and that cat only passed away about 2 years ago at this point. But by that point, we had donated that cat to my wife's parents because we had lived with them, and the cat had bonded with my wife's dad. And so I didn't really have the sentimental tie to the cat anymore by the time the cat was, passing. right? So there's that. Whereas I had a dog growing up, and that dog finally had to be put down after like 16 years. It was a Cocker Spaniel. And it was sad. Just because you had the dog, I mean, my whole life at that point. So, yeah, it's difficult when you lose a pet. And so I haven't gone through it too much, but I can imagine how tough it is. Top of the moron to you.
Good moron.
Golden, it was good to see you. I ran into you at some random stream. Is an Apex stream. I saw you in the chat when I was watching this weekend. Can't remember for the life of me who it was. But it's good to see you this morning. Thanks for being here. We are talking about something bold and pungent, if you like to cook today. KJ, can't say but say hi. KJ, it's great to see you as our unofficial culinary chef, head of culinary goods and services. You should let us know if you can think of a pungent and bold dish we could make. We're also starting a new restaurant, Hefty Goof's Place to Eat. Is that what we called it? Because I like that name a lot. Hefty Goof's Place You Can Eat. So if you have a signature dish that we could use for that, that would be great. I'm gonna throw that in production notes really quick. That's why I'm not moving. Don't tell my teammates. Good moron to you, Superphonic.
Top of the moron.
It is good to see you. I hope you had a great weekend. Enjoyed getting to talk to you late last week. It was fun. Superphonic and Kiki are well moved into their place and having a heck of a time being homeowners, loving it, which is great to see. Just announced Superphonic is going to have a super gig on the 27th of November. Superphonic really enjoys having the super gigs when I am unavailable. It's one of Super's favorite things. Super's favorite things. The following is a list. Kiki Lowe, Super's fiance. Oh, I scored on the wrong goal because I was busy talking. Arsenal, the outstanding soccer team with the mascot Gunnersaurus, as I was reminded. And then also choosing to play super gigs on days I'm unavailable. Those are, I think, the top three. And they may not be in any particular order. They're just a complete list of things that come to mind when I think about Superphonic. Yeah, we are talking about food without you, and I'm very sorry. We try not to, but unfortunately today was Cook Something Bold and Pungent Day, and when I have a chance to talk about things that are bold and pungent, I just can't help myself. So I just really would like to score a goal because I put in an own goal since I was not paying attention. I don't think I'm going to succeed. Oh, that's right. My good friend also did it too, so we're struggling mightily. The good news is sports is next, so that's exciting. That is how Kiki describes me sometimes. Good, Super. It's good to hear. Lady K said, I can't even have hyacinths in the house because I have a cat. Are those also toxic? Are those the #1 best Britney song of all time to cats? Because if so, yeah. It's unfortunate. It was tough. We honestly, we put a lot of money trying to save that cat's life because we had the means at the time, and we put the poison plant in the house, and we felt like that was kind of our obligation. Is, hey, we did this to this cat. Let's at least give it, the best chance to survive. And we thought we had a breakthrough at the second to last day of the cat's life, and then just everything went to heck. So it was very sad. We still have a picture of the cat. Very long tail. Incredibly long tail. I remember that. That cat seemed very smart. Felt like the cat talked to you. So, anyway. Condolences to Austin losing the puppy. Not the puppy. I just want to not use that term. Because it was not like the dog lived for like a week. It was an elder puppy. Elder dog. So. Alright. It's now 7:49 on the West Coast. 10:49 out East. 3:49 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. I'm happy to see a lot of the folks from the UK here because I was getting very annoyed about this whole extra hour and time difference. It's fortunately back to 3:49 over in the UK. So if you're watching GMS in the afternoon, thank you for being here. We have a moose, a window, and a Saskatchewan classroom. That story is coming up shortly. We also will have community games next hour. Gartic has been very much happy. A happy community game. So if you would like to play Gartic, let me know. We also can play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. Or Google Feud, although Google Feud's more fun to play when we at least have multiple hosts. Brennan says, to be fair, KJ was always talking. We're always talking food. Yes, that is true. We love it. And in fact, if you're new to the show,
Remember, if you're getting food, you must show and tell when you come back.
Quiet. On a much happier note, forgot to mention earlier, but they found my car over the weekend. Let's go. Is it in good shape? We had talked about my wife's car was once stolen, found about 12 hours later in a mall parking lot in pristine condition, except they kindly removed the radio. Like, they didn't tear open the dash. They uninstalled the radio and then put everything back together. It was amazing. Super. Yay, back to normal time in the UK. And Brendan said, all puppies are puppies. We understand. Thank you. Yeah, I knew you knew what I meant, but I just, didn't want to give the impression that, Austin had a puppy that was, a year old and passed away. It doesn't make a difference. You lose a pet, but, that would seemingly be a little more unexpected, I guess, is a concern. Brendan says, ban daylight savings time. I don't have a problem with daylight savings time. I don't like the fact that the UK and the US have this 1 week difference, because that doesn't make any sense to me. It's not like the Earth is rotating on its axis differently over there than it is on this side. I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense. As much as daylight savings time doesn't make a lot of sense anymore, I can live with that because we started the wheels in motion. Can't get off the ride. But why is it different in one part than the other? Doesn't make any sense to me. Report from Quiet. If the car is in shape, I think all the damage was from stealing it from its tight parking spot. All right, well, I hope it gets fixed to your liking. Superphonic, or at least make it happen the same day. Yes, Superphonic, mind meld. Yes, we're on the same page, my friend. Just make it happen at the same time, okay? It's unfortunate that's not.
Maybe it was Skynet.
Maybe, Bob. Maybe it was. All right, it's time for sports. We do sports every show at the 50 after the hour, 7 o'clock. Sports was great yesterday. Not only did your Denver Broncos stun the Dallas Cowboys on the road in Dallas, AT&T Stadium, the Denver Broncos scored the first 800 points of the game and defeated the Dallas Cowboys by a final of 30-16. Dallas does not suck. Dallas came to that game with just one loss. And it's not they're not very good kind of the Denver Broncos were a team that had that to go with them. Meaning the Broncos went 3-0, beating teams that were combined 0-9. Okay. Dallas is a good football team. We helped your Philadelphia Eagles, look at Michael, with a 30-16 win at Dallas. Since we have Quiet and Super here simultaneously, did the Bucks win? Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They did not. It was a bye week. So you didn't lose. That's good. Travel day. Yep. That's true. Next week, the Denver Broncos host the Philadelphia Eagles. Denver's wearing its old logo on its helmet, which is always fun. Baltimore in overtime beat Minnesota. New England over Carolina on the road. Cleveland took down Cincinnati. Jacksonville, a 9-6 upset of Buffalo. Fun anecdote that even non-sports fans can appreciate in this game. Jacksonville's defensive lineman, or linebacker, one of the two, Josh Allen, sacked, meaning tackling the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage, Bills quarterback Josh Allen, and it's the first time in NFL history someone whose name matches the exact name of the quarterback has had a sack. So, for instance, if I was a defensive end and I sacked a quarterback named Hefty Goof, that had never happened in the NFL before. So, congratulations to the Allens. Very sad that Buffalo lost 9-6. Miami over Houston. Giants take down the Raiders, which is great. Atlanta on the road beats New Orleans and former Broncos legend Trevor Siemian. Chargers luck out at the Eagles 27-24. Kansas City beat an Aaron Rodgers-less Green Bay Packers team 13-7. Tennessee won. It was kind of a butt kicking, to be honest. The first half, Tennessee over the Rams 28-16. And Arizona stays with one loss, beating San Francisco on the road 31-17. Coming up today, your Los Angeles Lakers take on the Charlotte Hornets at 7:30 Pacific Time, 5:15 Pacific Time. Monday Night Football, Steelers and Bears. St. Louis Cardinals going to announce that bench coach Oliver Marmol has been promoted to replace fired manager Mike Schultz. Person familiar with the decision tells the Associated Press. Eddie Rosario capped a remarkable NL Championship Series with a 3-run home run, sent the Braves to the World Series for the first time since 1999. That is incredibly old. Why am I reading sports from October? Here, I'm going to go to this one because these are actual current headlines. Kyle Larson won NASCAR national title, claimed the championship race at Phoenix. Also, Max Verstappen has extended the lead in the Formula One season championship. A dominant victory, writes the Associated Press, in the Mexico City Grand Prix. Sergio Perez finished third, first Mexican driver to reach the podium in the history of the race. And specifically in the history of the Mexico City Grand Prix. Verstappen started third, 19 points ahead of Hamilton with 4 races left. Mike, 4 races left. 4 races left. Okay. And then St. Louis became the first team with 5 Gold Glove winners. Paul Goldschmidt, Tommy Edman, Nolan Arenado, Harrison Bader, and Tyler O'Neill were all winners of Gold Gloves. All right, there you go. There's your sports. Fun fact, Denver has not lost to the Dallas Cowboys since 1995. So, if you're wondering for a reason to be a Broncos fan, and you're one of the folks who's like, Dallas, ugh, America's team, gross, then you can like the Denver Broncos, because we have not lost to the Cowboys, and we're probably the reason the Cowboys have not been back to a Super Bowl since they last beat us. It's science. Next hour, we'll play community games. We'll also have the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Renews, takeaways that were pretty okay, and clip of the day. All right, so all that's ahead on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. Quiet's here. Look, it's Mike O's doing meetings and also listening to us. You're kind of fulfilling your own prophecy, because you did say, hey, this meeting's online, so I'm not going to pay attention to it because I'm going to be busy doing other things, which is probably true. Brendan says, we're not old times farmers anymore. We don't need it. This goes back to daylight savings time. Superphonic has checked in. It's been a great show. KJ stopped by as KJ could. Scott Chick's been here during breaks. Kate Zaid has the day off, has been hanging out with us. Very excited about Christmas and Ludafisk, apparently. I don't know. We'll figure it all out next hour when this show continues. Reminder, GMS After Dark comes your way on Wednesday at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time. We'll tell you more about what's in store for that edition of the show with Look, It's Mike O on the other side of the break. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and GamingMorningShow.tv. It's Monday, November 8th.
Naughty step, Mike. Oh, I get. I'm stuck. What are you doing, Step Copia?
All right,
The Lego
photo
Movie.
live on Update Watch 2021. And if you see what we originally thought was only going to be a 60%, I'm motioning to nothing. There's nothing there. I need an error. I need a point. If you see right here, that's a progress bar. And we're not making much progress, but we are 12% more than we were last time we checked. We'll have more news coming up here shortly. With
Too bad you're not at 69. That would've been awesome.
I was at 69 something this morning. What was it?
I'm sorry, what?
It was a mispronunciation counter. See, I have proof. Look, it's at 71, but I promise there were 2 fewer. Let's go. 7:45 on the West Coast, 10:45 on the East, and 3:45 for those watching in the UK.
I missed something.
He usually does his time call outs and he's like whatever in the in the UK, and then he sings in the afternoon, but he hasn't said UK yet, so he just segued right into singing in the UK.
The only show that listens to itself. GMS. Stick with us. We'll get worse. Running through a wall straight to your stream. Oh yeah. GMS. Who's up for some peanut butter and cheese sandwiches? Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, Community Games, and GMS Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay, and the clip of the day. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv, and become a Patreon. Go to GMS.watch and click on where to find GMS. Thank you for your support of GMS. Time for hour number 3. Right now.
Morning, gamer. Gaming Morning Show. We're on the air. It's Monday, November 8th, 2021. Thank you for being here. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. I am Hefty Goof. Brendan in the break said, I forgot that Prop Hunt began with the Progress Bar Watch. Yes, it was Update Watch 2020. Right now, that mispronunciation counter has gone from 71 at that time to now 120. 120. It probably could be more. It could probably be double that, but it's not. Thank you for being here. Like I said, follow us on Twitter at WatchGMS. Coming up this hour, a moose crashing through a Saskatchewan classroom. We have that story. Gaming Morning Show, morning gaming news comes your way at the end of the hour. Takeaways that were pretty okay. Get ready for something you learned from today's show chat. And also, our clip of the day. It's all ahead. Let's get some of the procedure out of here.
Morning to the Final Hour crew.
Hello, Final Hour crew. The FHC is here. One of the ambassadors to said FHC, Brendan, is here. Speaking of Brendan, coming up on this Wednesday's GMS After Dark with Look It's Mike O, Brendan, as well as Austin, will have the Great Pie and Cake debate. Which will rule? It's going to be with Look It's Mike O. Starts at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Thank you for joining us. Coming up this upcoming Wednesday, Brendan. It should be a lot of fun. Make sure that you vote down anything that has to do with vanilla, because as we've learned at Hefty Goofs, a place you can eat vanilla is wrong.
Vanilla, a waste of calories.
Today is World Orphans Day, World Quality Day, X-Ray Day, Harvey Wallbanger Day, Cappuccino Day, National STEM/STEAM Day, National Dunce Day, International Tongue Twister Day. I also just kind of bit my tongue and it hurt. World Kindness Week, and Global Entrepreneurship Week. Those are all days of the day that we ourselves are celebrating today, which is fun. Big thanks to everyone who's been a Patreon subscriber. You can see right here some of the folks who are celebrating sub-anniversaries this week. Kiki Low, Digital.Games, Chris M.E., Culty Vibes, Hofbrew, Incantasia, Five Sil, Grim Toga, Mad Artisan, Papa Paws, Dungeon Meowster KJ, Kim Chica, and that Jeff MT. All celebrating sub-anniversaries in like the last 7 days or so. So thank you for your support of GMS. You can become a Patreon too. Just go to patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. Find out more. Our subscriptions begin at $1. You can find out more there. Quiet I'm Gaming. Vanilla is the best ice cream flavor because it pairs the best with having lots of chocolate chunks and other bits in it. I disagree. I mean, like, chocolate ice cream that has a whole bunch of, like, chocolate stuff. I want to be overwhelmed by chocolate. So, the richer the better. Chocolate on chocolate on chocolate. Chocolate ice cream is nasty, says Quiet. No! I mean, listen, I'm not a huge ice cream fan anyway. Like, the best ice cream for me is, like, Blizzard-esque. You go to Dairy Queen, you get something mixed in with soft serve ice cream. Like, I like that. I like a good milkshake better than I like ice cream. So I'm also coming from that perspective. A vanilla milkshake is... What are we doing? Yeah, like, I think that's a better way to say it. Like, chocolate's pretty okay. But having just chocolate ice cream, make that thing into a milkshake. Let's get creative out here. We're joining a Rocket League game already in progress. But yeah, like, you could get... I think my wife likes chocolate mousse royale when we do Baskin Robbins trips. And that's a chocolate with chocolate and chocolate. Like, it's just chocolate, 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 chocolate. And that's better than getting, like, vanilla ice cream with chocolate chips in it. Wow. Well, sorry, chocolate ice cream. Get wrecked. You know what I had, though, during the break? And I forgot my water. I'm very disappointed in myself. But I had snickerdoodle cookies because our friend Hofbrew was here yesterday, which was super fun. We got to hang out with Hofbrew and Five Sil all day. But brought some snickerdoodles. And as I think we've talked about on the show, snickerdoodle is a low-key, underrated cookie. All right, well, listen, agree to disagree. And I'm not gonna die on any ice cream hill because I am not a big enough ice cream fan that, like, I yeah, I'm not such an ice cream fan that like I feel like it's worth me, you know, being like, oh, you're wrong. Like I trust your opinions more than my own ice cream opinions. Wow, we disagree so strongly, Hefty. Are you not a Snickerdoodle fan? I mean, don't get me wrong. Snickerdoodle kind of applies the same principle as, you know, chocolate desserts in general. Like, if we're going to make a dessert, it better be chocolate. But Snickerdoodle cookies are fine. They were brought over. I ate them. They're sugary and cinnamony, and they're sweet. Can't go wrong. But yeah, I'm just, again, milkshakes are one of my favorite things when it comes to ice cream. And unfortunately, I remembered what a Jamocha shake from Arby's tastes like. And again, there's nothing that's probably good about any milkshake that comes from many fast food places, but especially from Arby's. I basically imagine it being like a preservative shake. But it's good. Steak and Shake is a go-to milkshake. I have not had Steak and Shake in forever. Probably since 2013. That was that same year I went to Steak and Shake as well as Shake Shack. Isn't Shake Shack like an In-N-Out burger rival, but doesn't have hamburger in its name anywhere? On the actual break. Hello, KJ. Thank you for being here with the Final Hour crew. It's great to see you. Yeah, Steak and Shake Shack are in different regions. Yes, I agree. Oh, yeah. Sorry, In-N-Out. But what about Shake Shack? I'm not making that up, right? I'm just saying that I remember thinking that Shake Shack is constantly brought up in the same vein as In-N-Out Burger. Does that make sense? Whereas like Steak and Shake, I didn't think was of the same like esteem. We have Steak and Shake Shack. Yeah. Maybe they should just combine their powers. Okay, I gotcha. And I want to say I had Shake Shack in Washington, D.C. Good morning to our Final Hour crew ambassador, Chris Emye. Mayor of the Internet is here.
Who is probably in the shower.
Watched the first third of Clip ME, which is a fantastic show, the best show on the internet, some have said. Every other Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And it was really enjoyable. And I always like when we get a chance to see a wide range of clips. I submitted one from Forgiven John 316. Forgiven John was playing Far Cry 6 on late Friday or Saturday. And it was hilarious because there was this axe that apparently one of the perks that you get for using this axe is it kind of like traces people. So it's like a heat-seeking axe in a way. And this one actually followed like this person all the way across the map, and it was hilarious. So I think it was Far Cry. I can't remember for sure, but I'm pretty sure it was. I haven't watched a lot of people play Far Cry, so I've watched Sean play it on GMS Plays, and that's about it. Brendan says Shake Shack has only a few locations, feels like hipster. Steak and Shake isn't usually mentioned in the same conversation. Yeah, I want to say I had Steak and Shake in like Missouri or something like that. Milkshake was pretty okay. I mean, I totally would do like the thing where I travel to different locations to try milkshakes. Like, I feel like I could be a milkshake connoisseur. I'd even be willing to try alternative milkshakes. You know, non-dairy milkshakes. Absolutely fine with that. Quiet. I consistently feel like I just need to quit my job to stream full-time because there are so many games I want to play and I don't have time for. Listen, we started this show just over a year ago. And in that time, I have learned of the great stack of shame. That is apparently when people buy games and then they don't have any time to play them. And this reminds me of the conversation I had about Netflix the other day with somebody, because I don't watch that much episodic TV as it is, but I barely watch. Oh, that's unfortunate. I barely watch anything like bingey because there's just not enough time. But there's also just so much more, so much more streaming now, right? And so it's hard to watch anything when you are limited on time because there's so much more supply, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'll never probably get into too many games because they're just too much. It's too much. And it's like, is there anything I want to do for 30 plus hours of my life? It's play video games. I want to golf more. So that's my biggest goal. Early part of next year, in the spring, I'm going to try to golf more. Chris says, I have at least 100 games on Steam that I've never even installed. Wow. And see, that would make a great series, but again, this goes back to time, right? If you had time to play them, you'd have time to do the series. But you could do a series where it's like the great stack of shame quest or something, right? Be great. So, KJ, I love acknowledging you. You know why? Because you're amazing. And it's great to have you here with the FHC. So, thank you. I hope that your workday is going as well as it can. Quiet, I need to get back to golfing. Sold my clubs when I moved. They were a mishmash anyway. So I need a new set. Yeah, I got a new set when I was like, I don't know, probably 27 or something. And I always said I wanted my own full-blown me golf club, so I had a chance to golf more. And then I just never really have. And that was even pre-kids. It's hard to find time when you have kids. But you can also take, I can take my kids out to the golf course with me too, which would be fun. All right, we got community games coming up very shortly. Chat, do you want to play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth? Or do you want to play Gartic? Okay, let me know. We have a story from Lord Benneth Hooper of UPI. This is about a moose. If you missed it in the 8 o'clock break, we did the moose book. Maybe it was the 7 o'clock break. Either way, we read the moose book that you yourself, chat, put together. If you missed it, we're going to be commissioning through UChat a new book about a cat bear because of our first story of the day, which we might revisit before the end of the hour. Ben Hooper writes, in Saskatchewan, Canada, there was a school that had an unusual interruption. Now, moose are more prevalent in the northernmost parts of the northern hemisphere. And this moose ran through a big glass window, crashed right into the classroom. A witness said she was dropping her 2-year-old off at daycare, which is attached to this school in Saskatoon. This moose just crashed in the classroom. The school was having a before-school program. In fact, it was just wrapping up at the time that the moose made its Thursday morning entrance. And the students were safely ushered out of the room. The animal was slightly dazed. It was on the ground. Saskatoon Public Schools said one child did sustain minor injuries that do not require medical attention. The moose was tranquilized by authorities and relocated to outside the city. Officials and the rest of the school day decided to continue on as normal. So there you go. The moose was on the loose in Saskatoonish. Nah, that doesn't work. The original Moose book was better. I can't improve upon it. So, there you go. All right, it's now 8:19. Let's play community games. We have a couple of votes in for Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. Thank you to our good friend Chris M.E., ambassador of the Final Hour crew, for being here this morning. And for Quiet, typing in the easy-to-remember acronym. Why would I do this, right? Bob always has the reminder. This will allow me to set up the game, too. So, go ahead, Bob. Tell us how to remember.
To see the record for the most balloons banked in Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, remember to type the easy-to-remember acronym, ! DLTPFFTBFITMMREC.
Got it? Yeah. I'm just happy we all were able to come to the same conclusion. All right. Let's play. Our record right now, we're sitting at 74. 74. And don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. Just nice little walk, minding their own business. And the person is thrust into a standoff with a monster. And so now you have to guess letters and hope that you can save the balloons that's keeping the poor person afloat. What do we got here? Bye, KJ. Hope you have as good of a day as you can. Steam sales and Humble Bumble back in the day, Brendan. That's how you acquired so many games. Wii golf clubs? I did remember when Wii came out with the balance board? It was like the thing that you could do like yoga on. Well, the PGA game that came out on Wii early on in its tenure used that. And so not only did you have to have your swing using the Wii controller be more like a real swing, but you also had to keep your center of gravity, your balance on the Wii board. I liked it. It was a lot of fun. Earthling says VR golfing win. I want an Oculus Rift 2. Get me in Sao already. Earthling, I have a VR. I didn't even think about golfing in VR. That would be kind of fun. Good moron to you, Sis. It is good to see you on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. You're here with the Final Hour crew.
Hello, FHC.
Thank you. So we got a T from Quiet. And we got an A from Lady K. Earthling also says Hefty should play Resident Evil in VR. What do you think about that idea, Bob?
No.
I agree. I would, but Bob won't let me. Man, that's too bad. Bob won't let me.
Nope.
I would. Bob's looking out for my best interests, and that's important. So, thank you, Bob. I hope you agree with my decision to not play Resident Evil in VR.
You are a genius.
Well, thank you very much. All right, we have and in this phrases. This is phrases. The E also hit. Y'all are cracked, right? I don't think we've lost a single balloon. Maybe we've lost one. This is great. We could bust out 100 today. And Mike's just going to sabotage it. Mike, you could guess it. You can do it.
4-9.
San Francisco lost yesterday. Get it? Oh, Protect and Serve is the guess from Quiet. You know, it appears that Quiet is
cracked.
Nice work. We did bank 6, so we were on a perfect streak before the guess of Q. I'm not naming any names to blame, but it was Look It's Michael who should be blamed. So, it was you, Mike. Hope your meeting's going okay. Yeah, we need to bring back the Because Bear Watch 2020 story before the end of the show because it's relevant to the conversation about making another children's book that Mike's going to draw. Mike, are you going to do art? R from Quiet. This is Places. I forgot my water. I'm very disappointed. F.
F.
K. Says, I hope you had a great weekend. For what it's worth, those joining us just with the Final Hour crew, today is Cook Something Bold and Pungent Day. What's the most pungent food you've ever had? We did share a top 7 list earlier about pungent odors, pungenty fruits and vegetables. An E from Chris M. Yee. This is Places. Could be like golf, maybe. C from Mike O. I'm going to guess G. And L. Yeah, it's something golf. Maybe like Persian golf. Hefty is
cracked. Yes. Ding, ding, ding.
Mike and I were both cracked simultaneously with the delay. Congratulations. We're up to 84, and we're now moving on to figure of speech. Figure of speech. All right, we got an O from Lady K. We got an N from Mike and an A from Earthling. S from Quiet.
P-E-N-I-F
N from Kate Zaid after the F from Lady K. F and T. T. Figure of speech.
P-E-N-I-J.
Best of both worlds. You got the best of
Cracked.
both worlds. The best of both worlds. 5 more balloons. We are up to 89. I've never been more sure of us reaching 100 balloons in one stream in my life. My life.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Quiet. Remember, I'm K-Laugh Light. Fair enough, but you're cracked.
Cracked. It's definitely Shaq.
Shaq and Penny. Oh man, my two of my favorite basketball commercials was Little Penny was cool. This is back when I was a kid, but then also the LeBron and Kobe puppets that they did. Well, it was before LeBron had won any championships, and I think Kobe was only on 3. And they had a thing where Kobe's like, "Excuse me, LeBron, have you seen my 3 NBA championship rings?" And he's searching for these rings. It's like a minute-long spot. And then finally LeBron's getting so frustrated. He's like, "Why don't you check your NBA ring display case?" Kobe's like, "Oh, snap." Goes over there. "Oh, there they are." And starts naming his championship rings. But there's a line in there. It's like, for example, LeBron, you got to be hungry, stomach growling. For each one of these delicious chocolatey chip cookies is an equally delicious NBA championship ring that I myself have won. It's great.
N-B-A exclamation point.
Oh, that's Hannah Montana? I know the song. I honestly didn't know it was from Hannah Montana. I have watched Hannah Montana, so maybe that's why that's in there. But as you know, Chris, there's some lyrics just hanging in here. Don't even know where they come from. That's funny. That's the best of both worlds. I know a YouTube video I'll be looking up. If anyone wants, throw that in our Discord. You can throw any YouTube videos you want. Recently, a couple of people put out a video of a cat in the place of the Tyrannosaurus Rex in Jurassic Park. And that's a highly entertaining YouTube video. So there's an option there. Nice guess from Kate. Came in with a nice A.
A.
I hope the tacos were good, Kate. This is opposites, by the way. Hannah Montana watch party. Sizz, it looked like a cat I used to have too. I had a black cat with a very bushy tail. N from Quiet Time Gaming. Opposites. Kate Sade said the tacos were so good. I had breakfast tacos before leaving San Antonio, and those were also great. Yeah, I like breakfast tacos a ton. Peas and Karens. It's the guess from Look It's Mike O. It is not. Sorry. S. Yeah, I had breakfast burritos yesterday, and then we had Chipotle for dinner, so I had a lot of burrito-esque things. It was good.
K-A-R-E-N-S. Ding, ding, ding.
I have no clue what this is. Like, siren comes to mind, but there's no E. A T from Kate Zaid. Oh, weak and strong. Sorry, I spoiled it, but it just hit me. We're cracked, chat. We banked 6 more balloons, and when we resume this fun game, don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth, we'll have 95 balloons with which to try to add on to. So, proud of you, chat. Well done. Because Bearwatch 2020, this was a story earlier from Look It's Mike O. And it comes from also Ben Hooper of UPI. But this is in British Columbia. And this is where we got this line of the cat and the bear. And the real Wifeosaurus was here earlier. Had some really good comments on this because this was very unusual. A British Columbia woman was having a cigarette, okay, out on the front porch. And was looking around, having a good time, minding her own business, when she was approached by a wandering bear. And it licked her on the hand. This is what I don't understand. So did the bear just kind of sneak up on the woman like it was just that quiet? Was it like, quiet, I am busy walking up to a porch to lick a hand? Yeah, bears are in the news constantly, Sis. Especially in Tennessee. And Mike termed British Columbia as the Tennessee of the North. Here's a quote from the story of UPI. I look up, and it's a bear, and I freeze. I'm thinking, oh, what do I do? What do I do? I'm just going to stay still. So here comes this bear. Walked up to her, sniffed her, and licked her hand. So this made it sound like she didn't notice the bear until it licked her hand. Instead, it sounds like the strategy here was, I see the bear. I don't know what to do. I'm on the front porch. I'm going to freeze. And whilst being frozen, the bear came up and licked her on the hand. However, this woman snapped a photo of the bear standing just inches in front of where she was sitting. Quote, if I die, at least they'll see who the culprit is, she recalled thinking. The bear did eventually back off. Porter went in the house. Neighbor's security camera revealed the bear had been watching her from the yard for some time before approaching. Quote, it was so dark, and he was so quiet and stealthy, I didn't see him. I was sitting 10 feet away from the bear the whole time. Now, this is the paragraph of the day, according to Mike. Melanie Porter said she was smoking and sitting in a chair on her front porch Thursday night when she spotted movement in her front yard that she initially thought was a neighborhood cat. British Columbia is believed to be home to 1/4 of the entire population of black bears in Canada. Wildlife officials recommended never approaching a bear and using loud noises to keep the animals at a distance. I mean, I want to know how far this woman was from the front door. Because if I had seen a bear in my yard, and I was sitting on the porch smoking a cigarette, if I could get back in the house, I would. And bears are extremely fast. Do not underestimate how fast a bear is. But, like, if the chair was right next to the door, I would have got up, opened the door, and got back inside. But, you know, not everyone does the same thing that I would do. However, because this woman initially thought the bear was a cat, we are now going to create a children's book called Bear Cat. It's not going to be about actual bear cats, which I don't know if they're even real. But it's going to be a children's book with a bear and a cat. Meow. It's going to be great. Maybe as good as the Moose book. Chris M.E. stalked by a bear. Yeah, the bear was apparently, according to this footage on this surveillance camera, was, quote, monitoring the situation. Okay, that wasn't a quote. But that is kind of interesting, right? I mean, the front porch is a great place to sit. I could sit on front porches or decks for hours, especially in nice weather. So, you know, out there having a good time. We could do a show from Sean's big deck sometimes if y'all want. That'd be fun.
You know what they say about a big deck.
Has a cool background. There's a TV that we could have as well. It wouldn't be bad. Can you file a restraining order against the bear? Says Lucas Myko. I would assume so. I just don't know if the bear will listen. I mean, governments love opportunities to force permits or, you know, processing fees. So, yeah, I'm sure there's a government out there who's like, yeah, to stop this bear from stalking you, you need to file this permit. And then everything will be fine. It's the best of both worlds. Pickle says, show us Sean's big deck. I think we have. We used to do F1 watch parties from Sean's big deck. Maybe we can make that a Patreon perk. Is only fans of our Patreon tiers can access Sean's big deck. Yeah, we've been on Sean's big deck together in the cold and the wet. Yeah. I really like Sean's big deck regardless of what the weather's like. So Who doesn't? Mike says, Ryan loves sitting on Sean's big deck. Who doesn't? If you had the opportunity to sit on Sean's big deck all the time, you would too. Quiet M Gaming says, I wish I had a big deck. Yeah. Not everyone's, got the situation that Sean has. Sean was just lucky enough to have a big deck. I mean, there's been as many as probably 10 people sitting on Sean's big deck at a time. So, yeah, Sean's big deck is very sturdy, so you can definitely bounce on it. You can jump. You can lay down on it. Yeah, no, it's definitely up to code. The creators of Sean's big deck, I think, wanted it to be able to hold a pretty significant capacity. You can also dance on Sean's big deck. Absolutely, Wallstormer. Also, hello to Josh here with the Final Hour crew.
Hello, FHC.
It's good to see you on this Monday. Yeah, we're thinking about the potential of doing like a more Sean's big deck focused stream at some point. So, but yeah, as Bob says, you know what they say about a big deck. So, I want to give you congratulations though, since you're here, and Josh is someone who doesn't like when we shout him out, but I'm going to do it anyway because IntelliGame is an outstanding community, but IntelliGame was instrumental and critical to the success of Full Plate 2021, which, as we mentioned earlier in the show, final tally was near, with the matching gift from Innersloth, roughly $30,000. I do believe I have that correct, right? So kudos to you, Kim Chica, of course, everyone who made Full Plate 2021 a resounding success. I believe you were on the air for at least 3 hours longer than you had intended to be, just based on when I got there after, a long day. And so kudos to you. They had one of my favorite things that they did was they had this cool banner that they made with the Full Plate logo, which we've shared on the show. And then they had these cool stickers because they had kind of a Knights theme to it, since Knights have full plates of armor, right? And then for everyone who made a contribution to the cause, they got this like foil looking sticker with some information posted about them on this banner. And it gave me an opportunity to coin the term, to the donors go the foils, because they were foil. And I laughed. It was great. So kudos to you, Wallstormer. Please check out IntelliGame. Sadly, my shout out didn't actually make its way to the Twitch side of things, so I'm going to do it again. Those are on YouTube, Facebook Gaming. You can see it multiple times. How about that? I was very proud of myself for that one. So anyway, y'all did a great job. Thanks to, I think Mary was there. Met some great folks from Stumptown Gamers, or Stumped Gamers. You'll have to help me out with that one. Blessing was there from Kind of Funny. I mean, there was a whole bunch of great people there to contribute their time and their focus. $30,000 to Player vs. Hunger. Find out more about Player vs. Hunger by going to playervshunger.org. Wallstorm, you did a terrific job. Congratulations on the smashing success from Brendan_TTV. Pickle, yeah, I don't know why you got automodded for Can I Eat on his big deck, but the answer is yes. What's unique about Sean's big deck is Sean's big deck is a place where Sean both cooks and eats.
You know what they say about a big deck.
And perhaps Sean would cook something that was both bold and pungent, as today is Cook Something Bold and Pungent Day. It's now 8:40 on the West Coast, 11:40 out east, and 4:40 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. So we're asking you, what's the most pungent food you've ever had? I've long said asparagus today. Not because asparagus smells bad, or, again, pungent is not bad. Pungent's just very strong in taste or odor. But asparagus, because I don't like the way that there's a pungent odor the 12 hours following asparagus. That's what's annoying. more than anything. We had a top 10 list, which was actually 7 things. Durian, I think, was on that list. A lot of people had bad things to say about durian. The armpit of something, I believe, is how it was termed to us. But apparently it's not a good smell. And then there's like stinky tofu, which is apparently something we created. So there's that. So we had that list earlier. This is again from daysoftheyear.com. Cook Something Pungent and Bold Day is an event that leaves little to the imagination. In other words, cooking something original, spicy, and even a bit offensive is the entire intent of this day. Still, it is not meant to merely represent a disgusting concoction of disparate ingredients. Cook Something Bold and Pungent Day is intended to celebrate the use of herbs such as garlic and hot pepper to promote health and longevity. And that's something that, I'll take away as a takeaway that was pretty okay, is that, again, pungent does not have to mean disgusting, and that there's plenty of ways to use garlic. Like, garlic is one of those things that, especially if you don't have great ventilation in your kitchen, garlic will linger. You can be in a room where there's garlic being cooked for, 7.6 seconds. And you'll go home and you'll be like, I smell of garlic. I don't know why. Chris, not everyone can smell asparagus pea. Everyone can smell how awful durian smells. Fair. I did not know that asparagus pea was like a it picks. Is that like you have to have certain receptors or something for that? Ugh, asparagus pea is the worst. All right, clip of the day, gaming morning show, morning gaming re-news, a recap of the headlines of the day, and takeaways that were pretty okay coming up next. If you're watching on Twitch, we will send you somewhere after this is over, courtesy of a raid. Yeah, sports was fun yesterday. Broncos won. Max Verstappen won. The F1 race was good. I really didn't watch it because the Broncos were playing the Cowboys at the time, so I was super busy with that. I had a chance to watch a little bit of Dobbs's charity stream. I was changing locations. I never ended up the same time that Full Plate 2021 was going on. Dobbs was on the air. I know Chris M.E. had talked to me a little bit about what Dobbs was doing. It was a 12-hour stream. If Chris, you want to recap what Dobbs was raising money for? I think it might have been part of Extra Life, which a lot of Extra Life streams I think was happening this weekend, or were happening this weekend. But I had Dobbs pulled up at one point, audio only, whilst I was driving. I just never got to a point where I could stop and actually donate, and I feel badly about that. But sure, there's still a way to support the cause. That said, I hope it went as well as it could for Dobbs. And thank you again for everyone kind of sharing information. That's one thing that Look It's Mike O's talked about, because Mike O is doing a charity stream for Movember. And Mike's talked a lot about this when Mike would share reasons for doing it. Movember is a movement that focuses around helping increase awareness around testicular cancer, prostate cancer, and men's mental health. Mike O's raising $1,000 for it, and it culminates in a 12-hour stream on November 28th. But Mike says this all the time, and I know that Wallstormer and Jenny were talking about this during Full Plate. If you don't have the means to donate monetarily, using retweets and social media awareness is super helpful for these things. And so that's kind of the point, going back to Dobbs, is thank you all for spreading the love, spreading the information so that people could participate. And we saw some of the results from that as well. Chris said it was part of Extra Life. He was specifically raising money for the BC Children's Hospital. Is that British Columbia? Were there any bears involved? Because if there weren't, maybe we could have gotten this bear to participate off the front porch. That might have been a missed opportunity. So, yeah, Stumped Gamers. I'm really happy. Josh has turned me on to Stumped Gamers, which I don't watch as much as I would think, but a collection of gamers that you can see streaming on Twitch. Really enjoy their content a lot. It is British Columbia. There weren't any bears that could see the stream. Well, maybe they're stalking you on the front porch. Was anyone out there smoking cigarettes? That's funny. Yeah, overall a pretty successful weekend. I got to hang out with a couple of friends for the longest time. Hofbrew's been over. Five Sill's been over, but I hadn't had a chance to hang out with both of them for an entire day. And my friend Five Still taught my son about light switches. My son was very interested in how light switches work. I'm pretty sure in an attempt to not have to go to bed when my son did, because they're walking over and they're in the hallway, and my son turns to Five Still and goes, "How do light switches work?" Because they had just got done. My son's playing with like this kid's watch that he has, and we're watching the Sunday night football game, and my son looks at Five Still and goes, "How does time work?" And so they basically talked about time, and my son got a lesson about that. One of the parts that was included, as it should have been, is the daylight savings time difference between the UK and the US, and how it's, for no reason that anyone can actually realize, 1 whole week apart when the clocks change forward and back. It's very annoying. And unnecessary, if you ask me. I'm not, like, full anti-daylight savings time in general, but definitely annoyed that it happens at different times in different countries. And then there's the Arizona factor, of course, which is, in Arizona, I don't think it ever changes, right? And that's unfortunate, because that makes it really difficult. So, Downs is here. Hey, I just got a tech upgrade. You are now in ultra-wide vision. How do we look? Ultra-wide vision. Vision. I don't have fancy sound effects like Sean does. But I hope we are making your purchase worth it. Is this your new gaming monitor? I played a little bit of Apex at my office, and my office, I learned, has a much better monitor than that of which I play this on here at the studio. And it doesn't make any sense to me because I have a PlayStation 4, you know, slim, and so the max that the PlayStation 4 outputs anyway is 720p. And so having a monitor like the one I have at work, which I think is somewhere in like the 3,000 pixels range or something, I'm like, it shouldn't make any sense, but I felt like I was playing better at my office than I was at home. I think that was completely coincidental. It means absolutely nothing, but it made me want to justify trying to go get a new monitor, which doesn't make any sense. So we tied it! Let's go. Yes, please put pictures in the Discord of your new ultra-wideness. I think so. It feels weird right now, though. Downs. I like how this is referring to the visual, but yeah, I'm trying to make it auditory. Downs. How do we look in ultra-wide HD? Ultra-wide vision. Look at that! We took the lead. He's cracked. So, according to Chris and me, apparently the asparagus thing could be genetic. I wonder if that's the same reason why some, when they have cilantro, think it tastes kind of soapy. Is that genetics too? Uh-oh. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Wow. Genetics. Powerful stuff, am I right? It's almost like the entire makeup of us as people. Like, beings, I should say. Thank you. Brendan, you're cracked. Sis, you're cracked. Thank you for all the information. I'm very happy that we've had so many great folks filling in for K-Laugh. Our head of research and development checked in at the very beginning of the show, and there's been nowhere to be seen since. So I think Mike's right, though. Every time we go into the final hour, we have an overtime game. Sneezing while looking at bright lights is also genetic? Huh, I thought that was just straight up science. Yeah, I always sneeze at bright lights. Oh, so 23andMe has that information available. I didn't try to stop that because timing. We got a radio show to do. It's 8:50 West Coast time. Thanks for being here. This edition of Gaming Morning Show. It's been a lot of fun to have everyone hanging out with us. I've had a good time. I hope you have had a good time as well. It's been fun. I miss Mike. I miss Sean. I miss Austin. But it's been great to have you along here, chat. Thank you so much for being here on Gaming Morning Show. I hope your Cook Something Bold and Pungent day goes as well as it possibly can. All right, let's get you some stuff that we promised you. That includes the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews, clip of the day, and takeaways that were pretty okay. Chat, what is something you learned from today's edition of Gaming Morning Show? Do want to share our winner of the Billy Thundergun Award for today.
Billy Thundergun, Teammate of the Match Award.
And that goes to one and only Pickle Feets. Pickle Feets is today's winner of the Gaming Morning Show Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award. Billy Thundergun, we give out to one amazing performer in chat, someone who had a really good show, and Pickle stepped up right off the bat and was here to explain certain things to us that usually reserved for the likes of K-Laugh, maybe even Lady K. And thank you to Pickle for stepping up and doing that this morning. We learned about Harvey Wallbanger, which is an alcoholic drink, and the tale of Galliano L'Autentico, most commonly referred to as Galliano. This was made by a person named Arturo Vaccari of Tuscany. And now we have another Arturo reference to bring you, which is always exciting. So thank you very much. Solid performance today from you, Pickle Feets. I'm proud of you. I know that you're having a day off because your kid is sick. I hope your kid feels as good as your kid possibly can, as soon as your kid can possibly feel good. All right, let's give you the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews. These are headlines that we share in the 6 o'clock hour with our hashtag video game expert, Sean. If you miss any of them, check us out on Twitter.
Hashtag GMS Morning Gaming News.
That's where you find all of them. Our Twitter is @WatchGMS. All right, here we go. The headlines: Forza Horizon 5 has just a great amount of accessibility settings built in. Everything from slowing the game down to American and British Sign Language interpreters during cutscenes. It was longer than that, significantly longer, from John Carson of Game Informer. So be sure to find that story on our Twitter feed. Hogwarts Legacy will seemingly be released after the next Fantastic Beasts movies. That's according to Adele Ankers of IGN. And Nintendo is happy with the upcoming Mario film, which features Look It's Mike O's best friend Chris Pratt. Apparently more movies like that will be on the way, according to Wesley LeBlanc of Game Informer. Apparently, according to Sean, that movie is like really far along, but it's not going to be released probably for a while. The thing I couldn't connect is when they announced the cast, the voice cast for this film, and then the fact that it's almost already done. Like, that seems like it didn't take a very long time. So, anyway, Wesley LeBlanc, Game Informer, says Nintendo happy with upcoming Mario film and more movies will likely be released. During the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News, we give you what is out today. And today, Gravity Light is out for Switch. Or as Sean said, Gravity Light Switch. Either way, it's out today. And because it was the only game that was out today, it was also our name of the morning. So congratulations, Gravity Light, out today for Switch.
Hashtag GMS Name of the Morning.
Good old crisp rat. Love myself. Tasty crisp rat. Did he make them pretend to be sick so that he could win? I think so. The conspiracy is on for the Billy Thundergun winner, Pickle Feets. Conspiracy was shortly ended, though, when Pickle says, I sure did. All right, let's get ready for the clip of the day. Let's have Kajito help us out today.
Clip of the day. Clip of the day. Clip of the day. Clip of the day. Here it is. It's the clip of the day.
Toot toot.
But she's like in everything, and she's incredible. I had no idea her name was Alfre Woodard. Woodard. Good to know.
Give me an example.
She was in movies.
Nice. Have you ever seen
She
movies,
was
chat?
in Short Circuit.
Oh, really?
Not Short Circuit. The one with the little flying drone things. God dang it.
World War Z.
Yeah. Yep.
I've not seen that movie.
I'm kidding. She wasn't. She was in Grey's Anatomy. No, was she?
Oh, St. Elsewhere, 1985.
Yeah, she was. She was in the episode Heart-Shaped Box.
according to
Google.
Alfre Woodard, you mean from the movies?
The ones. Where's her discography? Filmography. She was in Scrooged. Oh, that's where I remember. She was Scrooged.
Oh,
she
yeah.
played Grace.
With the little drone
things.
There was no drone things in that one.
All right. There you go. Clip of the day. The great movie Scrooged, which was a Christmas Carol-based movie with all the drones of Christmas past, present, and future. There we go. Takeaways. What are your takeaways that were pretty okay? The movie was called Batteries Not Included. Oh, I've seen that movie. And Mike is right. That movie does feature drones. But apparently, Alfre Woodard was not in that. Well, happy 69th birthday to Alfre Woodard today.
Nice.
We're going to send you somewhere today on Twitch if you're watching along with us after the show is over. We're going to send you over to Kathleen L., who is the singer behind the hit single Nervous, which has an acoustic version out now, available wherever Spotify and other things are sold. Here's what it sounds like.
I've got thick skin. It makes it hard to begin or to let love sink in into me. I don't mean to make things so complicated, but you didn't know with the heart that has been jaded so many times. Jump in line. With it staring, ain't fair, and I think you know why.
All right, that's Nervous from Kathleen L. You can find it on Spotify and wherever music is available to you. Big fan of Kathleen L's. We found Kathleen through Look, It's Mike O, who says Kathleen L has had a crazy 24 hours. So please say good morning from GMS when we send you over there on Twitch. We'll be back tomorrow, of course. Takeaways that were pretty okay. Chris says my takeaway is that GMS is the best of both worlds. Apparently, I learned that I know Hannah Montana and didn't realize it. I've seen the show. I just didn't realize the best of both worlds was from Hannah Montana. Quiet I Am Gaming. My takeaway is that it sounds like we need to have a GMS party on Sean's big deck. Absolutely.
You know what they say about a big deck.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. I found out about the liquor that goes into a Harvey Wallbanger, and also learned that that is in fact made by somebody who is named Arturo. Also learned that in 1982 Milton Bradley introduced the Vectrex, which was a home gaming system with a built-in 9-inch monochrome vector monitor, and that Vectrex sounds like something that a prescription drug would be called nowadays. So video games or prescription drug, that game's coming your way sometime in the future on Gaming Morning Show. Please say good morning from GMS to Kathleen L. Thank you so much for being here today. We will see you again tomorrow for more Gaming Morning Show, as is the case Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific Time. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Until then, goodbye, everyone.
Slow down for a sec. I need to get out of my head. My face is turning all kinds of red. Oh, it's like you stole my breath, but I can't forget. Ooh, you know you
Hardy or not hardy?
know, digging deep, you scratch through my surface. Hey, oh, you know you're making me. You know you're making me, but I ain't still trying to see you.